Let me read out a little DiceBoundUK intro as to where our campaign's been so far. So I've written down a few words for the viewers here. So let's just get straight into it, shall we? Welcome to DiceBoundUK, where story and steel collide in the land of Astrilis, a world unravelling beneath the weight of ancient magic. Our tale follows a band of strangers thrown together when a dark and unnatural storm left them shipwrecked on foreign shores. Bound by fate and haunted by shards of a forgotten darkness, they now walk the path of the prophesied Heralds of Light. Saber, the war-forged necromancer who is recounting lost memories of an unknown past life. Gorn, a green-skinned tiefling warlock, contracted against his will into power drawn from a dark and ambiguous being. And Arison, the naive yet well-meaning wood elf druid, walks with nature but may not be ready for what lies ahead. Together they journey across continents torn by war and prophecy, from the corrupted courts of Westholm to the war-ravished deserts of Ashtara, where the unstable magic of the land demands a price. With enemies closing in and time slipping through their fingers, the heralds must act before the darkness claims everything. The choices they make now will shape the fate of Astrilis forever. This is DiceBoundUK, let's begin! Recap from last session.
Just to catch everyone up to cover the past few sessions, the Heralds have been sent on a mission abroad by Lord Torrington to find and recover a dark shard, a piece of a powerful and dangerous artifact which in the wrong hands could cause chaos. Upon this 2-week journey across the sea to Ashtara, the Heralds have also gained some new potential allies and doubted a man's dietary requirements. From someone under the name of Doran, they also learned of an impending doom of Arison's home. They learned of a Lich that has been destroying druidic groves and settlements across Astrilis, and that given enough time would also take over and destroy his own village. Upon starting to reach Ashtara, the Herald's ship was starting to fall under attack by pirates who used great kites manned by 10 or more people to use the skies as a means of assault. The Heralds did their best to fend off these kites using the ship's cannons and other means to take them down, and fend off pirates that managed to board. On the cusp of combat, there seemed to be a naval ship heading their way to aid them, when suddenly from the depths, a great kraken emerged from the depths and took it down within seconds. In a group effort, along with the surviving pirates, the Heralds managed to run and escape the great beast, using out-of-the-box thinking to reach the city of Everburn. Finding a tavern, going over their plan with Bartingus on what comes next, they found sanctuary and rest. So if everyone's ready, let's jump into DiceBound.
But as we well know, we all roll a D100 at the start of the session to go over a character question. So, let's start with Dawn first.
That's a 53.
53.
Yeah.
We're always middle of the road. Hold your rolls, boys. Hold your rolls. 53. How does Gorn show respect to elders and authority figures?
I wouldn't say he's necessarily in the traditional sense of authority, with his criminal background.
Criminal scum.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's too kind of caring and respectful of that. But like more in kind of communities or like groups that he's allied with,
Amen to that.
he'll always show respect.
What about the elderly?
The elderly.
Do you respect his elders,
probably,
or is he a little bit of a...
Yeah, he's probably got a little bit of a soft spot. I mean, Torrington, he's caring about.
That's true, he don't want to down.
So yeah, I would say, kind of general authority, not so great. But everyone else, in the clear, pretty much.
Yes. Who next? Who's rolling next?
Let's
go Saber.
I rolled a 45.
Another near mid.
Oh. How does Saber hide his valuables from potential thieves? Any little tricks or habits that he would do with his
like a tome?
Garments or like a tome, possibly.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Saber's quite cloaked in a weird way, isn't he? He's got his cloak on. He's always got his hood up.
Guarded boy. He doesn't really sleep properly.
No.
So, I mean, not that you can do anything if they do roll him while he's sleeping, you just watch him. You wait till I wake up in 6 to 8 hours.
So, I mean, he's always got his. I mean, really, he's always only got his spell tome attached to him.
He travels light.
But yeah, anything else, I'd probably say he keeps either tucked around here in the hood or attached to his belt in a way.
Very nice, very nice. And Harrison, what's his number?
23.
23. How do you ration food when supplies are low? Does he prioritise giving to others? Does he greedy
definitely.
guts?
No,
does he kind of go small, rations it out bare minimum to survive as long as possible? What's his
I don't think he eats a lot anyway. He's quite a
He's a
feeble
slender
elven boy. And it definitely helped the others more than himself. I think it's in his nature to take care of others rather than himself. So
he's a helping boy. So cool. Okay. So to recap the very end of the last session, the Heralds got off the ship, wandering into Everburn, and they saw the unforgiving guard and some of the actions where they skewered a couple of pirates. Near enough on the orders of Gorn.
Yeah. No regrets.
Just kept on
No
going.
regrets.
What they got
Oh,
up to.
100%. They deserved it.
The
listed off things.
literally just said he is also a criminal.
Yeah.
They.
I just don't get caught.
They come across the old beggar woman who was again almost on the receiving end of a Carlson guard's blade. And Harrison spoke to this person. How did that interaction go with Harrison?
Seeing that she was injured, Harrison kind of approached her to make sure she was okay and looked after. She was obviously in need, so he gave the pirate's gold, which she declined, which gave us the info that thievery is not tolerated here.
Yeah, she would not have wanted to handle any stolen goods because she said that she would lose her hands and she needs her hands. Okay, so after that engagement, you ended up following the crowd, going into the local inn, Everburn Inn, and in there you met bartenders and a lot of the people from the ship that you've just come from, along with a few new faces, a drow lady which Gorn failed to charm.
I wasn't trying to charm.
I think he's always trying to charm this guy. I saw it in his eye. And you saw Blotches. I think Patches. I'm going to call him. It's his brother.
A little bit of extra law for you there.
Deep dive. You saw Blotches with a toilet paper stuck to his foot, and you tried to dissuade him from kind of doing too much other than teaching the kids his new skills.
Yeah, basically to stay in the city so he doesn't venture off and get himself killed.
Stay safe. Basically being a kid's entertainer, which is probably his strengths, and stay away from the guard so they don't think he's trying to cast magic. With that, Saber mage handed another strip of toilet roll to his foot and left him to his business. He also spoke to Arvitz Bartingus. And he explained kind of the route of where we were going and what was on the itinerary. Yeah. And he also explained to you a little bit about the Karzans and their kind of deal, and the fact that Kadar Karza, the leader of the Karzans, won over the majority of Ashtara through brute force, which has never really been done before. It's always been kind of like scattered, just war-torn, constant war with each other. So there's never really been anyone powerful enough to unite the whole of Ashtara, or at least the majority of it. Was there anything else I missed which Arvis said to you?
You said it well in the itinerary. You said that some of it's going to be like air travel, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
And that we should be safe with that, considering like no one's going to kind of attack what they think is the Karzans.
So they, he mentioned that some of the journey will be air travel. You mentioned that there was a stop that you would like to make, one way or another, to make it to the area which Doran marked, which includes the tree with the entombed individual who is... What did he want from you guys? What did he want?
An amulet, didn't it? No.
His head. Bring me the head to Doran anyway, but that was part of...
We wanted to go for
we need to destroy that.
Yeah.
So that was another one.
To damage the Lich.
He mentioned that the Lich's soul was split into... I believe he said two things. The amulet, am I right?
Yeah.
Around the Lich's neck, bonded into him,
and the individual that he imprisoned in this tree, basically, so because he was too strong to be left to his own devices. Okay, so that is somewhere which you guys wanted to go. As I said, it's a possible detour, but he's kind of taken your lead from it.
Yeah.
With that being said, you folks went to your room, saw that it was just a pretty basic room, a big crate of water, which you can imagine is something to wash in and bathe in, and a rug on the floor with numerous indents on it, which people obviously are using as a bed. Ashtara is not one for its creature comforts. And as you guys had your long rest, we awoke early doors. This would be probably equivalent to around 4 in the morning. You awoke to a shriek which you all remember back to the fighting pit of Hog's End when you were having a big scrap with a wyvern.
Yeah.
That is what you guys remember. And that's where we last left off. Now, just before we go on, last time's session we did our debt roll, Ashtaran debt roll. Arison rolled under. So Arison has got an Ashtaran debt card, which can be triggered anytime throughout the next session or so. So this is a complete random one. With that, I'm going to ask Joe to roll me a d20.
Oh no.
That one. 14.
Okay.
If you make me wait 14 sessions, I might cry.
We awake 4 in the morning to a screech. This is enough to pull Saber out of his sentry mode. You see Priya is still pretty sleepy and barely awake.
Would Arison recognise?
Everyone recognises it.
Straight up.
It's not that you're not going to forget.
There's no window in this room, is there?
No.
Okay.
If you remember, this tavern
built
was
into
rock face.
Okay.
So it's like a crevice.
And we can still hear it clearly even through that. Oh, okay.
Piercing shriek.
Are you boys hearing what I'm hearing?
It's reminded me of the pits. Fighting pits.
Is there any other chaos going outside?
Do we hear anyone else stirring?
No.
No? Okay.
I slightly open the door and look into the tavern.
So open door, look into the tavern. You see put out candles, darkness, and no one's stirring.
Gorn does the thing where he lights with the purplish glow.
Okay. So how does that look?
So there's a kind of the eldritch arcing around his finger. And it's kind of just casting a dim glow, just so you can kind of see, like a nightlight of sorts, I guess. So you kind of see where he's going, and he kind of just starts edging out.
Let me just assign that. You guys tell me what everyone else is doing, feeling, thinking while I assign this light effect to Gorny.
You reckon that's something different, or is that a new dragon? Wyvern?
I'd assume it would probably be one from the wild.
I was going to say it might be one local to here. I don't know nothing about the area, so I don't know whether they're common around these parts.
I shake Priya a little bit so she wakes up.
She kind of.
The wyverns and things like that, generally something in the wild here?
She's like, yes, but I wouldn't want to come across.
Oh, well, we all just perhaps we heard one.
You heard one?
I mean, we all woke up.
Are you sure this wasn't
There's definitely a
All of us heard. All of you heard it, or was
I
it
mean,
a
yeah.
dream?
The three of us did,
Only coming from
but no one
past
else.
experiences.
But then no one else is awake. There's no people about.
They might be used to it.
I don't know whether you get used to a wyvern scream, but
I got used to random animal noises in the forest.
are they as loud as a wyvern?
Have you heard a howler monkey?
Well, what's a howler monkey?
The monkey that howls. That's why it got its name. Guys,
Gordon's just like,
You
I'm
clearly
gonna
know
go
the
now.
podcast.
Yeah. Oh, that looks awesome. So yeah,
Oh,
he kind of
damn.
just goes over to the bar just to
If
see whether
anyone's
he.
following, then follow.
yeah, I'm gonna follow on.
So I'm kind of just waiting to
Priya's
hear
gonna sit back and she's like,
anyone rumbling.
Give me a shout if you need anything. You.
Nothing around this kind of area. No staff. Kind
You
of
see
commotion.
Everything's cleaned up and no staff. Nothing going on.
I'm
Yeah.
saying this is
See,
maybe like around
the
4
toilet
a.m.
door is open and a light. And
Okay.
It's lit in there, but.
Is this the main entrance up here?
That's where we came in, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
so that
Yeah.
is that is a one way in, one way out.
So Gorn just kind of. Well, is it locked? Is it shut up for the night, or is there like free access in and out?
It's free access.
Okay, so he kind of just creaks the door open and just kind of tries to listen out to see whether anything else is occurring or if he can spot anything.
Roll me a percent.
Oh god, here we go. Here's the first
Better
barrier
last
to
week.
entry. That's a 19.
Yeah, nice.
Ooh.
Thank-
Okay, so in the distance, so basically you're facing as you say, you're in a crevice
Yeah.
and you're basically it's a relatively narrow street, so you're kind of
Yeah,
almost instantly facing another wall.
Yeah.
But down that angle, if you kind of creep your head out and look out, you know the direction you came towards the sea. You can kind of see the sea line. And as you're looking out, trying to focus,
Mm.
you just see between these two walls, that gap across the sea line, you just see a large wyvern-sized
Oh.
shadow just
Oh god damn.
fly from right to left.
Up
Over the sea.
over the sea, so like distance away. Then.
Away, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It took you a while to get out there from that
Are
screen.
there any guards outside?
I don't know. I was just about to check. Are there any guards
You
pro-
see,
pro-
you see
patrolling
no guards.
No guards.
That.
on that stretch? What do we want to do? There's no one around. I mean, I think
Priya.
somehow we're the only ones that
I'm
have
kind of thinking this is something
woken up.
natural here.
Is there like because it's like a hotel or like similar kind of lodgings? Is there kind of like a service bell or like anything like that
There was a bell on the
bar?
bar.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to the bar and just do a little ding 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 and just
How many dings? How
5.
much you dinging?
Five.
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 Okay.
Like little like
Three dings in, I'm going to be like, people get annoyed with that.
I'm only gonna do them and then see if
And then
anything
two
comes.
more. So you don't hear any movement. You hear like a little bit of like you hear a bit of movement from a few of the
other rooms.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't seem like we're gonna get anyone staff-wise unless we make a bit more of a commotion. Do we go?
Saber, speak to Priya, see what she thinks.
Do we go wake Priya and then maybe try and find a guard? Or I mean, if everyone's unalarmed, do we need to be worried about
I
that?
think everyone's supposed to just hide. If you can't see a guard out there, then I'm assuming we should just stay put for a while.
I mean, what, like kind of a lockdown?
I'd assume so. You don't want to attract a
Saber's
large
currently in
wyvern.
with Priya right now. She just says to you, did you really hear a wyvern, or is this the guy's overreacting?
Did you make it knowledge to everyone that you saw?
Yeah. Like I actually saw it like darting
So,
across like the
I mean,
water.
Gore's got his head out the front window and saw a wyvern-shaped thing fly across the sea
She
line.
kind
So
of like gets her
Gets her
hammer
ready.
from under the blanket which she was using as a thingy, and she like kind of holsters it and kind of stands up. And she's like, "Shit, well, why are we not hearing any more commotion?"
well, I'm taking it that you're saying this isn't a common thing here.
She kind of steps and she says, "Take my knowledge with a pinch of salt at this place. I was a child the last time I was here." She walks past you out into the main
Yeah.
area with the guys. She
Yeah.
says, "What's the deal?"
Well, I looked out for some guards and couldn't see anything. Do we try and raise an alarm?
if I want to make too much of a nuisance of myself in this place personally.
Fuck it, I will.
Wyvern!
Oh shit!
So you screamed it.
Do we know which room's Bartingus's room?
You wouldn't know.
No.
You'll find out pretty quick after that.
Yeah.
You scream Wyvern, and as you scream that, you're hearing kind of doors opening. Light coming out
coming
of
through
the rooms.
Yeah.
And first individual that you see come out
Yeah.
is a kind of sailory dressed would be the best way to explain
Oh,
it.
no.
Quite a big hulking figure. Dragonborn. Dark scales, large proud horns, and you can see that he's kind of like tired and sick and shit. And he kind of comes out to you guys and he says, "What is the deal here?"
There's a wyvern over the water.
And
Is that a common thing round here? Not something.
something new around here or something?
Yes, we literally arrived today.
Well, a piece of advice, son. Don't go shouting whilst everyone's trying to sleep. It's a good way to get your tongue cut out around here.
Oh, okay.
Just to reiterate, that was him.
Oh.
Both pointing at the
I was just like, did it?
Roll me a deception.
I was I'm gonna be like, did it sound like me?
Let me see what my...
No.
That was him. You need to go on beating up.
17.
Okay, she's like, so you say again?
Well, just to reiterate, that was him.
He says, "Yeah, you look like the type." Says, "Go get yourself some sleep." And he turns around and you can see him kind of like head back into his room
Yeah.
and just shut the door behind him
And all the others did.
and lock it. And then the other doors, which had kind of like opened up, almost like you can see no one came out, but they heard the engagement. And
Yeah.
nobody's shut the doors, lock them back up.
Oh. Dawn kind of just, Gorn just like kind of dejectedly kind of like puts the glow back away and just walks back to their room. Feeling a little bit stabbed in the back as well.
Yeah.
The old save ski.
Priya looks over at Harrison's like, "Oh, that was a little bit embarrassing."
It wasn't me for once.
I know, yeah.
That's
I'm
positive.
proud of you for that.
Thank you. I'm trying.
Yeah, Gorn actually does a good roll and still gets humbled. Catching strays left, right and centre.
Right, so Priya heads back into the room, and you're dropping your lights.
A little guy.
So Priya says, "So apparently wyverns are now the norm in."
Apparently so. A little bit concerning considering we might be travelling by air. But...
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, that was not the case when I was around, that's for sure.
No.
Maybe
What, they weren't wyverns?
Enough to cause alarm, if there was around.
Maybe they're trained and used by the Carsons to keep an eye on Ashtara.
I can't imagine anyone
Can't
being
imagine
able
they're
to
easy to tame.
train and tame a wyvern, but possibly.
I mean,
Maybe that's how he's overtaken, but
That would explain them being over the water though,
patrolling.
with a kraken on the loose.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Harrison.
Sorry. Just
Did you
keeping our
like it?
voices down. He turns around, walks back. That's it.
She's like, I mean, we've got some good rest, but would we gonna look to head out now, or are we gonna wait for the
I think maybe wait for
wyvern to get out of here?
I'll be honest, I don't think I'll be able to get back to sleep after that. That's quite exciting.
That's true.
So maybe we don't know what room is Bartingus is,
No, I
so
think
we've
we're-
kind of got to wait till.
I think we're on his clock, aren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna wait till he's ready for us, I guess.
What time do the shops usually open?
Harrison, I've not been here for
Oh, sorry.
almost 2 decades.
Any guesses?
I think we're going to be heading out when Bart wakes us.
What are you looking to buy?
basically.
Well, I just think we
More
stand
paper?
out at the moment. I'm in green furry clothing. We might blend in more and not I don't know, on the roads, if you see a bunch of people in green outfits and
What, are you
cloaks and
thinking of
stuff.
getting some robes to throw over? I think I'll be fine.
Yes, robes.
You want
Something
me
to be under the radar.
You want me to wake up Bart now?
We don't know what
Do you know
room
where
he's
he
in.
is?
Can you send him a
Don't shout again.
wake up call?
Isn't
Yeah.
That's
Isn't it,
something you can
isn't
do.
it 4 in the morning?
It seemed that well. What did it look like when you looked outside?
I mean, it was still kind of like dark,
Pretty
yeah.
dark.
So I point at the wall in the general direction of the tavern.
Okay, so you're pointing out. So what way are you pointing? Towards the door, towards the back?
Towards, so the wall that the door's on, like here,
Yeah.
point towards that wall, think about Bartingus, and cast message, and just say, Bart! Are you up?
With that, you just hear from a few walls away. Do they reply with this?
You
Yeah, they can.
He says, "Who's that? Hello? Was I dreaming again about? Was I dreaming about that Warforged again? I must have been dreaming about that Warforged.
Cast another message.
Are these cantrips?
Yes.
Yeah.
First of all,
Yeah.
I want to know what again means.
Oh, oh, Saber, can you hear me? Saber, is that you?
Obviously, I'll just keep casting them while the conversation's going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it one per comment then?
Kinda, yeah.
Like
so
one
you say
short
what you got to
message,
do,
isn't it?
Yeah.
I send
Yeah.
another one, you
Okay.
say what you got to do.
Okay. What
Um,
does this look like to everyone else in the room?
I'm just pointing at a wall talking.
Talking and they're not hearing my reply.
It's all in my head.
Yeah, where are you? Okay, yeah, what does again mean?
It's literally what's going on.
Okay, yeah, so he says, is that actually you, Saber?
Yes, it is indeed.
I thought I was going mad.
How prepped are you to head out now?
Oh, I suppose I could gather your stuff. I left your belongings in your room, but I could prep. I don't know if the ox cart will be going at this time, but I'm good to go when you are. But to be honest with you, I think we'll just be waiting in by the ox cart. Until,
What time does this place come alive?
well, usually a little after sunrise. They're big on their sleep in Ashtara.
Well,
Would you like me to come and grab you once the ox cart should be good to go?
stay there and hold 1 second. He said,
Okay.
everything is,
I'll stay here then.
it's gonna come alive, around about sunrise, or just
So
after.
as we expected.
But apparently we're getting, an ox-driven cart wherever we need to go.
Fine.
So what do you want to do?
Maybe it makes sense just to chill until then.
How many oxen are on the cart?
Very abruptly. Hey, my dingus!
Oh! Hello? I think I lost you there.
Harrison wants to know how many ox drive the cart.
I think it's just the one. It's a big old beast. I don't think there's any need for more than one.
He said it's just the one. It's a big old beast.
Well, if we wanted to leave now, I could change into one of those.
I think it's more that the actual cart and the...
Priya's like, are we planning on robbing the cart?
I was going to say,
What's the
you-
cart for?
that's also a very fair point. You saw what they did
Ah.
to a woman begging.
We
let
could
alone-
leave gold for the cart.
I think we just literally wait until sunrise. You're
That's
making
a long time.
You're
now.
making
I'm
an
very
issue here out
energetic.
of you. Oh, I'm aware, but you're making an issue where there is none.
Well, the issue is
With that, Gordon just turns around and lays back in the bed,
Kicks back to some.
trying to make his point
Yeah.
very
I
clear.
think he's trying to sleep again. Do you think he's sleeping?
Priya
can't
looks
even
over.
see him.
Priya looks over. I guess yes. It looks like he's sleeping.
I'm trying to start getting out of the nuts.
He's thinking about it. Give me a slight hand check.
He just fucking spat my drink everywhere.
Oh shit! I think it's like 21.
You throw a nut and it just lands perfectly in his nostril.
Well, I'm back facing.
So
That bounces off the back wall.
Yeah, he bounces off the back wall.
Trick shots it. And you just see me just like just nestle in a bit more firmly into
Harrison's
the.
like, yes.
Feels like that.
You also just hear me just go. Tries to style it out, doesn't.
You find any more nuts?
No. After that perfect shot, like, yeah, I'm happy.
This is what the viewers came here for.
Yeah.
Okay, Bart, we're gonna go in the morning.
Oh, okay. Then say about I'll come and grab you when you need me. By the way, I gave Priya the scrolls from your stuff, so that's close at hand.
Just one more thing.
Oh yes, anything. What the hell?
It was a nice dream.
One of the best.
Same just like that.
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh dear.
So I guess
I guess, yeah. Well, we have nothing's changed stat-wise, is it? But
Saber's for this period of time going to get out his spell tome and see if he can decipher or figure out any more of what it says in the passage.
Cool. So you pull out your tome and you would see, as you're studying it, you see it's like 2/3 clear now what is written on there. What is Saber's current thoughts on?
Saber's current thoughts is that he thinks he's close, but he's in a bit dangerous territory.
Okay. It's in what sense?
He thinks that his pact with Ejimir has been successful and that in the long run it will benefit, but has learned obviously over time that Ejimir is not a force to be reckoned with and anything. He's that powerful that there might be some sort of like thing that Ejimir is planning and is trying to stay one step ahead of him.
Okay, so he's trying to play some mental chess with Ejimir and make sure that he's not on the receiving end of any tricks or loopholes that Gorn has fallen foul on in the past.
oh god, yeah.
Okay. What is Arison doing here?
Just trying to work out something to do, really.
Okay.
He's kind of just standing there, maybe sitting down every now and
Just
again and
standing
just
over
getting
everyone.
bored. Standing back up, walking around. It's kind of obviously from waking up to a wyvern. It's just excited too much. So
And you're in the room still.
still in the room because he feels that if he goes out of that room, there could be something could go wrong. So he's not trusting himself to go on and walk about just yet.
He's like, lock the door, that's my barrier.
But he's now kind of just trying to chill out. A very energetic soul right now, I think.
Okay, so Priya's kind of kicking back, just relaxing, feet crossed. She's placed her hammer back under the mat, the rug, and is using that as like a pillow sort of prop. Gorn is
Trying to sleep.
and your Saber is looking for his tome. Harrison is just fidgeting.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Okay.
For the next few hours.
Harrison, how are you feeling about this Lich situation?
I still am unsure on what the right decision is.
Did you have any relatives still at home or friends that you've left?
My grandmother.
Did she raise you?
Yes, she was there throughout my childhood up to the time that I left.
What made you leave the Grove?
I didn't have a great time there, to put it simply.
In what sense?
I think I led you to believe that I was an accomplished druid, but in actual fact, I was never really accepted by my circle.
I mean, I always thought that it was kind of like a rite of passage for you to leave your home, find yourself, your powers, and return when you was ready, but it doesn't sound like it was that case.
No, not at all. I suppose from when I was born, well, I don't really recall that, but as a young druid, I was never accepted. I was always kind of an outcast. So from that point on, I kind of felt that I was falling behind. As time went on, it got worse.
Priya pipes up and says, why was you an outcast? What was different about you?
Where Gordon was like originally trying to sleep, he's now kind of just like still just like
been able to blow out.
he's now kind of like slightly locking into the conversation, but still doesn't want to admit defeat. So he's a bit like
yeah. She says, what was different about you? Why was you the outcast?
Honestly, I don't know. No one ever explained, and I suppose I can touch on it now. It's why when you kept your secrets, it hurt a lot. No one ever told me anything. From a young child, I can't remember who my parents were. I was left alone. No one really spoke to me, no one gave me any information. Everything I learnt was through my own accord. My grandmother gave me books to read, but other than that, it was all through me.
And your grandmother never gave you any answers to why people acted this way towards you?
No one did.
Your grandmother never told you anything about your parents?
Nothing. She told me not to ask questions.
Maybe going back is your time to find these answers.
Gordon kind of just then pipes up with, and you still want to save all these people?
I believe I was made by Arwen for a reason, and I don't think that was to be accepted by everyone, clearly. But
Did you not already save these people? You mentioned about the blight.
that was the reason that I left. I spoke to an elder who explained how to save the grove the first time. He almost gave me a hint of hope that I might get this artifact, bring it back, and then finally get my rite of passage, like you said. But when I gave it to him, he could see in his face that I was never going to be accepted. So I left. And that's when I found you guys on the boat.
Do these people deserve us risking our lives for them? They sound like, no offence, Harrison, but terrible people. Is that fair to say, guys?
Gordon just nods in the corner.
That is accurate, but they are still druids, and like I say, I believe Arwen made me to protect. Everyone has a bad time or a bad choice. Don't judge them all for that.
Have you spoken to Arwen lately?
Only in passing.
How has that gone?
Well, this is the confusing bit. In my heart it tells me to go back and save them. She tells me not.
You've usually gone to take her advice in the past.
That's another thing. This is only just started. I never had a connection with Arwen before recent times, so I'm pretty new to it all.
Are you questioning that connection?
No,
Okay.
but
That's good at least.
it's given me inner fight between myself.
Did you know any others that follow Arwen?
Anyone in the grove follow on, or was it just...
So you would remember people kind of like referencing Arwen as much as in our world people say, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And some people believe in Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But you never recall anyone saying that they spoke directly to her.
I don't recall any person ever saying they had a connection like that, but they do speak of them.
Well,
I mean, I've had a brief run-in with your deity, And
Yes.
if I could say, out of waking up in this body, learning that magic is powerful, but the gods even more. Look at what I've happened to me in Ejimir.
Yeah,
I believe that Ejimir is a force not to be reckoned with, but I think that the brief encounter that I've had with your god, I don't think she means any harm.
yeah, I wouldn't take any advice on me about eldritch beings and gods, because, I mean, yeah, my track record's not too great, so I'll trust your judgment.
Well, she says to stay away.
Is that for your safety?
I
Or
don't
for-
know. She's
Surely a god
left it.
would be thinking of the better of
Everyone.
the masses rather than an individual. You know that gods gain their power from mass worship, so it would be in her best interests for you to save the masses, no?
I
Why
don't
would you
think
want
so.
to keep just you safe?
But maybe me returning is what, I don't know, the Lich is after.
Might make the situation worse somehow.
What could the Lich need with you?
I don't know. But I don't know a lot of my past, so
Maybe you're some sort of gateway to her, or that the Lich needs, and you going back will open those opportunities up to him, which she doesn't want. But I believe that you will, going back, you will get the answers that you're looking for.
so do you think we go to the tree first?
I mean,
If there's a
Barting just
possibility
said-
of not making it, I imagine from what Torrington said, these shards are going to be getting harder and harder to get our hands on, more challenging. If we need to cut and run fast from this shard, we
don't
could
want
miss
to
out
stop.
entirely on the tree.
It's a
But
fair
again,
point you
like you
raise.
say, the tree could delay us enough for other people to get their hands on the shard, or maybe get there before us. I don't know.
I think if Caleb Thorne wanted the shard, he'd have it by now. But I also think that your home hasn't got much time. I think you need to make a decision for yourself, and then we all make a decision as if we were what you want.
Yeah. We'll run with whatever you need to do in this matter.
Thank you all.
What's the plan then, Harrison? Where are we going? To the tree or to the shard?
I'd say the tree then. Because if
Fair
we miss
enough.
out on that, this Lich is going to be unstoppable. No
I
one else
think-
knows about this tree.
Based on that decision, you want to follow your heart and not what your God is saying.
Hopefully it brings my connection closer so she gives me more information.
Well, I mean, if she really is against what we're doing, I'm sure she'll make you aware of it too.
She'll let us know, I'm sure.
Definitely.
I don't
With
like
that, we notice a wind blow through the bottom of
She's
the door, and it just extinguishes the candle which is in the room, and we're all in darkness. Three of them. Did that really just happen?
That did, yes.
You see her
Gets the hammer back out
get
again.
a tinderbox and just lights the candle back up. She's like, was that a good sign or a bad sign, do you think?
I mean, we're not dead yet, so
She's
nothing's
not that type of entity.
nothing's bust through a wall or.
I think
I think
you're
there's slight
kind of
differences.
scarred from your guy.
I think
This is what I was saying earlier about the track record.
yeah.
I think that's her saying she's heard what we've said.
I see.
I think if she wanted to make more of a statement, she'd actually talk to you.
Yes.
I guess we'll see what the morning brings then.
I'm going to point at the wall again.
But
We've
say
got,
on my boy, is that you?
we've got a. It is, yes. We've got a new plan.
Drafty in here. Did you do that?
No, we're
Joker.
heading to the tree first.
Oh, okay. The stop. You showed me on the map.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Perhaps we can get the balloons to make a stop there if possible. We'll talk to them and see what to do.
Make it happen.
Try my best. With that, you all hear again a screeching going overhead, and now it's almost from the direction it was going before. When you previously heard it, you can tell it's now going in the opposite direction, and you hear that screech kind of whistle through the night off into the distance.
Huh.
Priya's like, yeah, I heard that one.
Guess that means our wyvern problem isn't too much of a problem at the moment.
Do you think it's like those cockerels on farms? It's a wyvern.
Well,
Just
like
wakes
they
everyone
always-
up in the morning.
Always fly over at 6 a.m.
Priya's
Right.
like, I hope not.
Yeah, I don't want to get used to that. No part of me wants
That's
to
a
get used to that.
well-trained wyvern.
With so much talk of Ygdramir, Gordon's kind of been reminded, and he's like just pats himself down and just like quickly checks the scroll just to see whether there's any update on there.
Okay, so you take the scroll and you see nothing's on there.
You see a relief.
Is that how he communicates with me as well?
You have your scroll
You have a
now,
scroll.
yes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'll do the same.
Okay, so you check your scroll and also nothing there.
Seeing these boys fanning around with their scrolls,
Funny.
Harrison's going to look up and be like, this business yesterday, the Kraken, you don't think he could summon something like that? I don't know, to maybe deal with someone that's
Who we
outsmarted him on a deal?
I fucking hope not.
It sounds like
I think that's even, from the looks of things, I think that's even out the realms of it.
I mean, that did look ancient, I guess.
That's what I think. Didn't one of the locals say that it was a weapon devised by the gods?
Something like that.
Well,
Yeah.
he's among those entities.
I'm not going to say what I was about to say, but he's kind of like looking around. He's like, it's like,
Is there anything we could ask Grom? Gromner?
you might know about a kraken.
Well,
I just
think
kind of-
he knows of Ygdramir.
Kind of just like checking my thing. Is he asleep or is he awake?
You just look at you.
Oh, hello, Grom.
Get the photo of
He's got a peanut in his eye.
Bit of a shell.
He
He kind of just puts Grom on his hands and he's like, Grom, do you know of the kraken between, in the sea between Renvalen and Everburn? What is its origins? Or
He says, you don't need to specify, there is only one. A weapon of the gods.
which gods are those?
The old gods.
Does Ygdramir count as one of those?
Ygdramir is but a child compared to these old gods.
Grom's about to get zapped.
I guess.
Please don't put me in the scroll.
I guess that answers that question.
That's
Is
relief.
he still awake? I'll just tuck him back in there. Oh, he's kind of like doing like a little walk. Like,
What do you know of the old gods? What was there many or?
Fewer than there are now.
more powerful?
Infinitely more. Wiped themselves out
So,
in wars of their own creation.
so the Kraken is a remainder of a bygone age.
Ah, he's gone.
Oh, he's man spreading now. I'm just like,
Grom passes out and he's no longer able to answer any more
Okay.
questions. So you tuck him back
Used
away.
him up by 4 a.m.
yeah, he's spent already. He might have a little nap.
Just for reference to the viewers, yes, we have an ever-knowing frog.
Yeah, we're Oracle code.
Yeah, literally. So he goes back in the little alcove in my hood.
Okay.
I guess like where time's passed, like I start like getting my bits together and
As we're talking scrolls, Priya says, "Oh shit!" Pulls out a satchel. Right, who wants what scroll?
What we got? Hand them to me.
pulls out.
Give them to Wizard Boy.
So she gets her satchel open in the middle of everyone. There are 2 scrolls: create or destroy water. 1 cure wounds. 1 enlarge / reduce. 1 hold person. 1 misty step. 1 prayer of healing, and 1 healing word. Now go back over them. 2 create or destroy water. Who wants?
Hang on.
And so I wouldn't mind enlarge.
I'll
or
take the
reduce.
nature ones, I suppose. But do you have that
Well,
learned? Can
what?
you?
I was going to say it'll probably be better having scrolls of the things that you can't do.
Yeah. Wait.
So I can do.
So like if we have some
But you're
healing
going to
ones.
think of using great water.
No. So that one I'm fine with. I'm meaning like more in terms of
Cure
healing.
wounds. Yeah. No, that's cool.
So
like
she
stuff
says,
like that.
so
Like you should have a misty step, for example, because we can both do that.
Gorn reaches in. What is he grabbing?
He's going for one of the cure wounds.
Okay.
How many
there,
cure wounds
sorry?
were there,
There was 2 create water.
1 cure wounds, 2 cure wounds.
There's 2 different
So,
healing ones.
2 create water.
Yeah.
All the others are 1.
Yeah.
Cure wounds, enlarge, reduce, hold person, misty step, prayer of healing,
I see that's the other one.
and healing word. So Gorn reaches in and takes
Takes a cure wounds
the cure wound.
and
Prayer of healing and healing.
an
word.
enlarge / reduce. That's what I'll pick out of him. That's all I'd like.
Cure wounds. And the enlarge and reduce.
Yeah.
You can
I
Misty
can-
Step already?
I can do Misty Step, hold person, enlarge,
Okay.
and that's it.
Gorn has got cure wounds and enlarge and reduce.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's in your
Cure
inventory
wounds,
now.
Sweet.
enlarge,
What
reduce.
is Saber taking?
I will go in for the prayer of healing.
Okay, bear with me 1 minute.
Are you adding all these 2?
I'll put
Yeah,
them
he's
in
doing
your
Okay,
inventory.
yeah.
trees.
Okay, so prayer of healing is going to Saber. That's in Saber's inventory.
I'll take 1 create water.
1 create water. Bear with me 1 second. Yep.
What did you take? The cure wounds.
I
Yeah.
took the cure wounds.
I'll take the healing
enlarge.
word as well. I'll take two healings and then the creating.
Cool.
Unless
With you.
you want one of these. What would you want?
What is now remaining in the tub is
No,
create or
that's fine.
destroy water.
Yeah.
Hold person.
Yeah,
and
Misty Step.
Those are
Is
good
Harrison
ones to have,
taking
I
all?
think.
All I'm thinking is if we get into a battle, I'm more than likely going to take my beast form.
You will,
So
but
a
you're not
hold
always
person
in a
might
beast
not.
form for the whole time.
No.
Unless I take the hold person,
Yeah.
and then you
and
take
then I'll
the
take
others.
the others.
Okay. Because my thinking was also that with the enlarge and reduce, even if I don't use it on myself, I could use it when you're
Make
in
me a
beast
big
form.
fucking
a
bear.
big bear. So
Yeah.
who grabs what?
So I'll take the other hold. I'll take the hold person then.
I'll take
And then-
2
and then
Great
he has
Waters
the
and
others.
Misty.
There's only 1 create
There's
water
one.
available now.
So you've got 1
Oh.
great water and 1 misty step.
Cool.
Okay, so bear with me. So you are taking. Harrison is taking. Create 1 create water
1 misty
and
step.
misty step.
Yeah.
Create water and misty step.
What would that go under?
Check
Equipment or consumables?
Consumables it's under.
Consumable, I think.
And the last one
Oh, yeah,
is
so
going
I've got the
to
hold person.
Gorny.
Yeah.
Love it.
So we've all rummaged in the bag and taken our pick, basically.
Whole person.
We probably should have offered
Prayers.
prayers.
Well, fuck me, I guess. She said, no, I prefer my own type of magic and
I was
style.
going to say
Don't
you have the
worry
wild
about me.
magic when you're popping
Yeah,
off.
no, that's plenty enough for me.
Quite unpredictable as it is.
You're well, yes. Cool. And cool, so that is all of the scrolls assigned to the boys. Yes. So I'd say about probably hour and a half has passed since we awoke to the first screech.
Okay. So I guess I just turned to the others. I was like, shall we kind of just ready ourselves and wait until Bartingus arrives?
Yes, I think that's a good plan.
Thank you for sharing, by the way.
Yes,
Thank you for allowing me.
Even though I was trying to sleep.
Yeah, I apologise about
You're sharing
that.
those peanuts.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
Who loads peanut dust around?
roll deception. Can I do an insight check?
There it is, like that.
6. Oh, hang on. I might have some.
Okay.
modifiers.
Lucky he rolls like shit.
You
You
guys-
Plus 0, so don't worry.
You kind of look at him and think, was it Saber?
Yeah, in my head, I'm just like, well, Saber did throw me under the bus earlier.
Yeah, this guy got it in.
And in my head, I go, what's a bus? Howling monkey.
You got me double thinking, and I was like, I'm sure that's an actual monkey. Like.
No, I was kind of playing into it with Gordon never knowing what one is. And you were like,
with such great
and also, your comment was just a monkey that howls.
Yeah, that would be my view on it.
That is Harrison, though.
Harrison, check that check because you've got some XP from the last session to add.
Oh, lovely jubbly.
Cool. Okay, so what's the
Yeah.
play, fellas?
I think
currently still-
we're just passing
You're
the time
hearing a bit
until...
more motion going on outside. You're hearing kind of like chairs moving,
Yeah,
almost like things are getting set up for the day ahead.
yeah.
We're looking at about 5:30 in the morning. In this moment, what is Harrison doing?
He's, I suppose, sitting in the corner now once he's got all his stuff together. Bag between his legs, ready to kind of move, but is kind of a bit relieved in a way that he's shared with his friends.
Mm-hmm.
His kind of actual situation at his home, they'll know. And they're all still on board with his plan to go and potentially get everyone killed.
Nice.
So,
Sweet.
yeah.
Everyone killed. Cool. Okay. I would like Harrison to roll a d20.
Stop that.
he's like, I'm sharing, and then he just sets a light, dead.
What did I get last time?
14, I think.
14, something like that.
14.
Oh.
We're safe again, boys.
What you don't know is he's loaded
No, that
his
one.
die.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. I thought it again. How weird. Cool. Okie dokie. You hear a little on the door. Three of them.
Get up and unlock the door. And...
Should be over there, yeah. Okay. Oh,
That shit's locked.
unlock now, there. Yeah, unlock now.
There you go.
Okay, so
Kind of peer my head round.
unlock that, and you are greeted by a fresh-faced, portly fellow.
There we go. There's
Arvis
Bart
Bartingus,
Tingus.
looking dressed to kill. You can see seems to have a little bit more jewellery on.
Oh, he's
than
got
last
a bit of
time.
bling
He's got
on,
a few
has
gems on his fingers,
Oh,
around his neck.
Bart, you're looking a bit fresh today.
He says, "Oh yes, have to
Keep
fresh
up
start,
appearance.
fresh start. Well, yes, you're gonna need to look good in Ashtara.
Oh, I see.
So you never know who you're gonna bump into.
Gordon just kind of
Oh yes, very
tries to
good.
put his
very
hair
good,
back down.
Very good. You guys.
We're all ready to go.
I suggest getting a bit of breakfast.
Food enough
to,
first.
we've got a journey ahead of us.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just kind of follow him to the table that we were sat at.
He kind of follows. He walks past the table, starts heading towards the room.
Oh.
He's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm watching the weight."
Oh.
But yes, just give me a knock once you're done.
We'll do.
Insight check.
Do I watch? He's already just scrapped his breakfast. I'm like, it was him. Do I see what room he goes into?
You
I just want to shout at Arvis before he bugs off.
Yeah.
Arvis, I know you're
Oh,
very...
Look through, sees you all the way through the doorway.
I'm going to run out. Oh, you're actually making me do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't be lazy now.
I don't make these for fun.
Cool.
Touche.
Explore them.
That's the only reason.
Wait a minute, that's the whole purpose.
Run over.
Yeah.
Sorry to catch you
Oh,
again. I'm
no.
sure you've got things to do this morning.
Yes. Yes.
You're a very prepared person. Have you got
Appreciate that.
some sort of clothes that may make us fit in more? I feel like
I'm
we
very
stand out.
flattered, but I don't think any of mine would fit you.
No, I didn't mean that. I
I
meant
don't know if you
did-
fit in any of my clothes, Alison, but I
No.
know kind of.
No.
I have been watching my.
No, still didn't mean that.
No.
Saves in the background. Fucking unbelievably.
Some sort of clothing that for us. Have you purchased anything or got anything that we might be able to throw over our normal?
Maybe we
What are you
could
looking
stop
for?
off like in the markets or something on the way.
We could.
To
we could
the ox cart.
Is
We
it
could,
worth doing that? Or do you think we look fine?
Kind of looks over at you and thinks. To be honest with you, I think only yourself's going to stand out. So I'm sorry to say.
Okay.
But it's entirely up to you.
Do you know of a place that I can go quickly now and get something?
I'm sure there'll be a stall somewhere. Depends on what you're after.
Let's
The
go
basic
just-
stuff.
Can we
a
stop by
change
on the
of-
way to the ox cart?
Yeah, but we have to walk through. We
There
have
we
to
go.
walk through the market.
Get some food in us and then.
But you
Amazing.
also know of anywhere that sells these prosthetic things. I think we're all like prosthetic limbs. I think we're all in the need
limbs.
to in the need for
I
stuff.
I personally wouldn't know. I don't know if there are any in Everburn. You're going to want to probably look more military focused for that. Anything for anyone other than the military is going to be a little bit more of a back alley black market sort of deal. Whereas the Carsons are going to have the best when it comes to that stuff.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure it also comes at quite a high price from what people have told us before.
I mean, we can offer to do some work, but
True.
it depends how long that
True.
takes. So maybe if
I
we.
mean, so we're on the time limit.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, I don't know. They're just
I'm not sure they
not
are.
When needs must.
most pleasant.
As long as it's not too rough.
I think they might be.
They did kill
Yeah.
3 people in front of us.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
going to say I'm not sure we want to be.
I mean,
we can look
we were
around.
going to kill those same people, so.
We can look around.
I wasn't.
Well, we were, but
Oh, sorry. I'm not savvy.
I'm going to You said you were really
Whilst-
close
You killed
downstairs.
whilst he's all chatting, do I just get the waiter's attention?
Yeah, so
I'm
it's
just like,
you get the attention.
You
of,
literally saw the bodies on the ship, but what are you talking
I
about?
thought that was the card.
It definitely was.
Who's Tomlinson put me in contact with here?
Beasts that
Oh, sorry?
fuck around.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, I don't know where they came
What
from.
does that mean?
oh my
What does
god!
that mean?
He
So-
brings out a different
This is
beast.
when Valia rocks up to take my order. I'm like,
Yeah, you've already got a job. Just don't mess around. So as you get the attention of
yeah,
the same
woman as last night.
woman that was in last night, and you can see she's tired and looking equally flustered.
She's like, who the fuck screamed out wyvern?
She's like, oh yeah, I couldn't get my sleep. Someone screaming. What? So she comes over and take your order.
Oh yeah, could we just get enough breakfast for our table here?
Any veggies here?
Oh yes, one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just the one. So that is $2 each. Just
Okay.
We'll
I just cover it.
grab it at the end. So she heads off and heads into back of the bar, and you see her kind of like, there's no kitchen area, she's just pulling stuff out from the bar and just making a selection of like almost like in our equivalent, like Turkish meats and olives, and that's the sort of
I've just
Nice,
taken that out
yeah.
of my gold area.
nice one. So that was that.
I just slide it across, yeah.
That's a vibe.
Cool. So that's going on.
Okay, so Arvis is gone now, yeah?
Oh, this is gone.
That's it, now I'm going to go
So we're
and
just chowing down, basically. All we will be.
take a beautiful seat around the other side of the table.
I like how I'm just seeing your cursor dot around it. It's like,
Yeah, how the light be going on. Magic! Yeah, so Priya's like, right, so, to the tree.
yes, yes.
Okay.
As you're all just chatting, Gorn's just scranning this as fast as.
Oh, it's not come out yet.
Oh god,
She's setting
he's
it all
pretending
up
to
over
scran.
Yeah, he's getting prepped.
I'm so
mentally.
hungry.
He's like,
Yeah, no, they're not out yet. Priya looks over her shoulder at Saber and says, "Saber, what are you doing over there?"
Oh, sorry.
oh, he's enforcing this rule real hard.
You wasn't watching, baby.
Yeah.
He's, she's like,
you know me. I can rest anywhere.
That's true. You're catching 20 winks.
Yeah.
Are you, Saber, do you eat? What? I've seen you eat, but do you...
Oh yeah.
Like
I was just
eating?
I
paying
mean,
for an extra meal, didn't I?
Since waking up in this body,
I can
I
always
mean, if you
eat it.
can, why not?
I mean,
Do you taste
I,
it?
I haven't felt the need to eat or.
You put away enough of those pancakes in Hog's End.
I did. Yes.
You probably should.
Pretty sure I still threw up.
As That's also probably how he could.
Or did he win? I can't remember.
No.
No, you won. You
That's
did.
also probably how he ate it all. Couldn't really feel it or
Possibly.
taste it.
It might be
Can
right.
a Warforged taste food?
It can't. It's more like a texture thing.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can tell different textures and like, oh, I'm craving this texture.
Okay.
Craving
I want
the
something
texture
crunchy
of-
or
Yeah,
something.
craving that crunch and craving something more.
So,
Oh,
what do you
brick.
mean by taste? I can tell the way things feel in my mouth.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose
sorry.
first of all, don't tell Arvis that.
Good God.
Secondly, I guess we could get him a breakfast. I just didn't want to be forcing these customs on
Well, I
Sam if it
mean-
wasn't something that he actually
I mean,
enjoyed.
if he doesn't want to eat it all, I'm sure we can spread it out.
In the
but-
flashbacks that I've had of my previous life, I remember breathing. I don't think I need to do that.
Okay. Well, I
I
guess.
feel pretty hollow now that you guys have mentioned it.
Oh, very
Oh,
sorry.
Thanks for making me feel
I
bad.
didn't mean for that.
Oh.
Very
Oh, this
sorry.
is like the guy at the sweet shop now.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you couldn't
He
taste
was-
those
he was
sweet
cut up
treats,
real
could you?
bad.
That's right. Yeah. Well, apologies, Sam. Hopefully,
Anyway.
hopefully soon you'll be able to taste again.
Yeah.
Can you hold your breath underwater?
Doesn't need to breathe.
I think he doesn't have breath to hold.
Should we test that theory?
I really would like to, yeah.
Just puts his head in
Give him a
the...
swirling.
He's like, this
I can drown.
He's like, this is the same as normal.
Does he actually go to the
I'll go to the bathroom and test that
right,
out.
Let me. Bathroom's open, ready for you.
I'll be back in a second.
Oh,
I'm going to run and follow him. If it
Okay.
Runs and
The
follows
fact that the
him.
door is still open, Priya just kind of tilts her head and can see everything.
Is there a sink in there? Fill it up.
There is,
Is it-
yeah,
what
there's a
is
little basin. It's like a. It's more like a. Just a bucket of water.
Okay, I'll just pick it up and.
Okay, so you dunk your head in.
She's watching real close to his face.
Absolutely nothing changes. You don't need to take in anything. Nothing changes.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I take it back to the table and just see how long I can do it for.
Okay, so you're back at the table with.
I take the bucket back to the table and just sit with the bucket on the table, my head in it.
As in 5 minutes time, we just say, I got shitty hands here. Someone's just looking around. Just...
So as that goes on, as you're back at the table, head submerged in the bucket of water which is used to wash hands and stuff in from the bathroom, the waitress comes over. She's like, for breakfast. You can't take that. Okay, just make sure he puts that back in the bathroom.
I'll try my best.
And she hands the breakfast out to everyone and heads on back.
Go on, just
and as she hands over to you, as I
on
say,
it.
it's a selection of different meats. Half of them you don't really even know what they are.
Yeah.
Olives, carrot sticks, just a wide selection, and the Harrison's equivalent is just more of the veggie stuff. which is-
Okay, so it's nothing
just
different.
More
It's just
carrot
more.
sticks, more olives, and more
Okay.
more like lettuce leaves and stuff like that. And a
Like
few kind
hummus
of like
and stuff
hummus
like that.
dips and all
Yeah.
these sorts of things. So plenty of flavours and
spread?
plenty of
What
textures
spread?
also. An absolute steal for $2.
Gordon
Yeah,
just
like cheese.
Gordon just wraps his knife
Yeah,
on the
also-
on the edge of
alright,
the
okay.
bucket. Ding 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 ding.
How about that?
I was like, are you actually gonna eat, or are you just testing?
I look at it. I look at it and I'll.
So I'm guessing it's a no on the breathing.
I thought he was just really good at it.
Oh.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, he's throwing me now.
That's what I do.
Well, it was an obvious one, but
I'm pretty sure he
obviously
doesn't breathe.
Obviously, I can't breathe like you
oh,
say.
she did mention you need to put that back, though.
She did, yeah.
She did.
I look at everyone.
Impressive.
I look at everyone as they're telling me something to do. I'm like,
I don't know. That's what I was going to.
Right,
His eyes just flickering with
I need
anger.
you to tell me. I go for the bucket back, return, and
Let's return.
start
Cool. So you get,
trying my textures.
yeah,
Yeah,
so you, get
we
there,
eat
you
our
can
food.
see a flavour explosion for everyone.
Apart from me.
What a texture explosion for savour. You can see all sorts of different textures. You've got like the stringiness of certain cheeses, softness of others, that kind of like hummusy texture. Then of course you've got all the different meats which are pulling apart differently in each way. The vegetables are all snapping and crunching in all different ways. So probably one of Saber's best experiences with
So
with
far.
food at the moment. Best culinary experience for Saber so far.
I like it here.
It's good.
Feels
It's
like
good.
it
It's
is,
cheap
isn't it?
too.
Yeah, this is that's Ashtara, I guess. There's no nonsense in politics to drive up the economy. So pretty good.
Fair play.
Cool. So we are all chowing down. As we get to the end of our meals,
Yeah.
we still see Bartingus's door shut.
Yeah. Well, he said to collect him, didn't he?
Yeah, he said to come
Yeah.
come and grab him when you were done.
I put it in his room.
Okay.
But
Every time just scares the shit out of him rather than knocking.
I think
Oh,
we're.
that one winded me, Saber.
I think. Sorry.
I think that winded me. I said.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I said that one winded me, I think.
Yeah. We're ready to go if you are.
It sounds like he's eating.
I fucking knew it.
Are you doing something in there?
No, I was just grabbing some bits and pieces together.
As he's saying this, I'll walk over to his door. Which one is it? This one.
Yeah, the one on the left. Yeah.
I'll just open it.
It's locked.
Go
but
on,
the
go
keyhole
on,
is
just like-
big enough to possibly perceive something.
I'll look.
Roll me a perception.
Oh. Come on.
What is mine plus 2? I think.
Oh, that's a 13.
13. So as you look in, you kind of see his back's turned, but you can just see in front of him a plate twice the size of what was given to you guys, just with that same selection of meats and breads and all sorts of it. It's like the bread's all taken bites out of, there's crumbs everywhere, the meat's all half gone off of the bone. He's had a good snack. And he's saying, and you can just see as you're looking at him, he's looking the other way, and he's saying it like out loud. Saber, I think I lost you. Can you hear me?
I'll walk back to the table so he doesn't suggest anything.
Oh, I think I lost him.
Yeah, we're ready to go if you are.
Oh yes. Let me just gather these bits up, and I'll meet you outside then. Give me a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
So we finish up and I stack the plates and just take them back over to the.
Very
To the
respectful.
past.
very
I'm just gonna
respectful.
lean into it. I'm just gonna
The
lean
woman
into
says,
Harrison.
she kind of looks over. She's preparing others. She's like,
Just give a little nod.
"Thank you."
And I just go and wait over by the door for the others.
Cool. Priya joins.
I'll lean to Harrison and say, "He's not watching his weight."
I fucking nerds.
Gordon just does a little.
So we are all by the door,
Yeah.
by the exit door. Are we heading on out?
Heading on out.
Is
Yeah.
Bartingus with us?
Wait,
No,
we're
Bartingus
waiting
is
for
not with us.
Bartingus
He
to
said he's gonna meet
He
us
said meet
outside.
outside.
Alright.
So we head on out.
Go
So
for it.
you head on out, and
We paused the game.
little pause there for the boys. Bear me 1 moment. Okay, so we head on out, and as the sun is like, it's coming up now, you see Ashtara in its constant hues of like orange, yellow and red. All of the fabrics like a rich kind of red. The sandstone buildings all yellow and orange, and just a constant layer of flowing sand in the wind over the top of the tiles and the brick floor. As we head out, we see people already. It's already relatively busy down here, and this street kind of it's kind of conjoined to the market stall. As we come out, if you were coming out the front door, we came from the right. That's where Gorn looked out and round and saw the wyvern over the sea.
Yeah.
We came. That's where we docked. We came up here.
We came up through that way.
Out further that way is heading more mainland and towards. You can see all of the market stalls kind of opening up and getting ready for the day ahead.
Yeah. Out of just like a quick glance, can I see any like clothing stalls like based on what Harrison was looking
You're seeing
for?
all sorts of fabrics.
Okay.
A lot of fabrics.
So you get like a shawl or a throw, like a cloak or something maybe. Cool.
Get a lot of things, a lot of rugs hanging up. You're seeing a lot of the decor that was in the Everburn Inn around these
Right.
parts.
Okay. So no sign of Bartingus yet.
No sign just yet. So we're all stood outside. So Priya's just kind of like got her leg kicked back up against the building. She's just
I'm just
the raising.
I'm just leaning on the wall and I'm sharpening my throwing knife. Just
Priya says to Gorn,
yes.
excuse my ignorance, but do you ever have any grief with the sun
With the sun.
on your skin? Do you ever get irritation if you're out in it for too long?
Don't think so. I mean, my family are from the infernal plane, so
I see. Okay.
so
Your parents will.
don't think I've ever been sunburned. Put it that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that was what I was asking. So your parents were both tieflings?
Yes. Yes, correct. Yeah. I didn't know them for long, but
No.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
that's okay. I grew up streetwise.
I'll pry no further.
That's fine.
She says
It's not a sore topic.
Okay. What are the other guys doing?
What is a tiefling?
You've been travelling with one for months now.
Bloodlines mixed with the hells. Hence I kind of just wag of the tail and kind of just like shing my blade off the horns. Hence some of them in the skin colour.
I thought it was a strange elf.
No. He's got the ears.
Not quite.
How
no.
do you leave the infernal plane?
There are ways in and out.
So that's where you were born?
Well, my parents were from there, and I've kind of been around, but no, we grew up in a different city where I came from originally.
Is it true that tieflings can be born of human or elf parents?
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, what were yours?
Oh, mine were both tieflings.
They were both tieflings.
Yeah, they were both
But I've
tieflings.
heard that
Somewhere in the bloodline higher up might have been a bit different.
I've heard sometimes it can skip a generation, or even sometimes if someone, say two humans, were to have a child, but one of them had made a
Like a
fiendish pact,
Mm.
it's almost like seen as a curse. A lot of Ashtarans would you might come across a few slurs whilst you're here, because naturally
Oh, it's nothing I'm not used to.
the Ashtarans are quite wary of magic, and naturally they might see you as a child of a pact. So maybe
I mean, they're not far off, to be fair,
Yeah.
with what's currently going on.
That's
with
true.
me.
That's true. Maybe we'll
The irony
keep
isn't
that
lost
close
on me there.
yeah.
What kind of fiends? What do you mean?
Like if someone was to make a pact with, and correct me if I'm wrong, go on.
Mm.
If someone was to make a pact with a the devil,
A great old
something
one,
like
or-
that. I'm not sure how it works, but there have definitely been cases, as far as I've been told, that their children would come out as a reminder of that, and
Yeah,
a
yeah, I mean,
giveaway
sure.
if they were trying to keep that. So a lot of Ashtarans see the tieflings as like cursed ones, like
Well,
bastard children.
what would lead you to make a pact with a demon? What kind of pact would you make?
She kind of like looks around and is like, I think you two would probably be
I was gonna
better
say.
suited to tell us.
I literally just hold up my hand. I'm like,
He's more of a deity, no?
I know,
Someone
but
that's
they
giving
can,
you a
they
gift.
can still
Plenty,
offer
Yeah, there's plenty of like devils offering these.
I mean,
packs out.
there's eldritch beings, there's old great ones, there's
Didn't we see
abyssal
that?
horrors,
There's
there's,
The barmaid.
there's all sorts.
Prius
At,
says, I wasn't. No,
you,
cool.
yeah, you weren't there.
That's
A
before
bar-
my
The
time.
barmaid at in Renvalen.
Hmm.
There was the barmaid speaking into the mirror.
Yes, to the
That was a
of the
demon of some
succubus
sort.
kind of.
Was this
creature?
before we met, or?
Probably on the day that we met you, maybe.
Oh, you never said anything about this.
It was a strange moment, but
Sounds like
we've had
it
some
was
weird
a bit of a-
stories
It
to be
was a bit
fair.
of a weird one.
It's like a hell of a day.
Anyway,
But
yeah,
that sounds
but
like that sounds like a
you
fiendish
can
pack.
get all sorts of things
So,
causing stuff.
Barmaid
like
has
this.
kids that could very well come out a tiefling.
I mean, I'm a fan of the horns, so
I think they look
Yeah.
cool,
I think
distinguished.
they're
Yeah.
common enough to not be
yeah.
too of a standout nowadays.
Yeah.
What happened to the barmaid?
Now I'm going to sound really rude. I can't recall. We've had a lot go on since
Oh,
that
I
day.
see. It couldn't have been anything crazy.
I'm pretty sure we helped enough, but
I don't know what
there,
that means.
she's alive.
I don't think
Oh.
I don't think she died.
Oh,
There was
I
something that
wasn't
went
asking
on
that.
at that
No,
bar
there was some
that
tricky
we
shit going on.
okay.
we didn't really see how the ladies there ended up.
I think if it involves the fiendish, maybe we probably just leave it here.
Yeah.
Good plan.
And as we say this, the door opens up. And
Fiend!
Arvis comes up with horns, you little bitches.
He's the big BEG.
His arm is all along. So Arvis comes out and he says,
Can I just, before he says anything, I'm just like, oh,
He's like,
Arvis, you got some crumbs on you there.
blasted rafters.
I didn't see anything fall.
Pretty sure it was a cave.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I meant. It looked like dust or sand. That's sand.
That looks like some hummus.
That's someone spilled something on me. Was it one of you? Was it one of you?
To be fair, I'm quite messy with my food,
It was you then.
and I don't eat hummus.
Business. I'm a vegetarian, but I also don't like hummus. He says, back to business anyway.
He swerved that completely.
So the,
Gordon's being a little bit nasty there.
nasty one. Poor guy. He says, so we want to head through the market stalls and the ox cart should be there. Let me run ahead and tell the gentleman our plans. We're heading to the airfield.
Yep.
And then, well, you'll have to point out on the map for the gentleman to see if it's possible to get to the tree, did you say? Is it a tree?
Yes.
Yes.
Not many of them around, but I'm sure
It
we'll know
will be
where it is.
obvious to find then.
We're following you.
Well, just
Great.
he
He said
points
he's
down the
gonna
Run
run
road.
through
ahead.
to the market
Points
store.
down the
We don't know
road.
where we're going.
He says, just follow this all the way. You can't miss the ox carts.
Okay.
And you wanted to look through the market. So
Yes.
I wanted to leave you to do
Fine,
your
fine.
thing.
Thank you.
But don't be too long because
I'll only be quick.
These
don't
guys,
worry.
they run a tight ship. He scurries off.
Oh, the tapping.
And
The
he
foot
goes,
taps.
some
he-
fast
Sonic the
feet.
Hedgehog's there. Jesus.
He charges off in a
No
little ball.
copyright infringement there.
Yeah, no, sponsored by Lord VPN. So he heads off.
Every time.
What was that?
Harrison.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep an
Just
eye out
see Arvis
for
doesn't get lost in the crowd.
some sort of. I want to look at what the guard, like the colour of the guards.
The
What
guard.
sort of cloaking
Like the general attire, I
Yeah.
guess,
Of the guards.
of the guards?
The guards, they're just adorned in big, strong armours, like heavy stuff, heavy armours, for the ones that you see anyway, and they're in, a lot of their fabrics are just, are like a deep red, similar to the Renvalens are, but
I remember
a
you
bit
saying that, yeah.
more crimson.
Okay, so I'm looking for something along those lines which can be used as kind of a cloak to throw over.
All crimson.
Crimson or just like a brown.
Okay,
Something to blend in with the
so
deserty, dirty area.
you would come across plenty of stores with fabrics. It's depending on what you would be looking for. There's like more like rug kind of finishes. There's
I want something light, not heavy, because it's obviously going to be really hot. So I
one that
want
would
something.
stand out to you is one that appears to be selling like tablecloths.
Cool, perfect, yes.
Can I
We
just quickly
can
ask, could you just
approach.
unpause it for a sec? Just so I
Oh,
can check
apologies.
that? Thank you.
Yeah, I approach whoever it is at the stall.
Okay, so you approaching the person at the stall. It's an older woman, wrinkled, human woman, dark hair, tanned skin, and she's kind of like in her the clothes that she's wearing is like patchwork. It's like a patchwork cloak. It's like a little thing that covers one arm. You can see that one arm that's being covered is kind of like held up and a bit withered, like almost like an injury. And she's there with just one arm like cutting in and stitching through bits.
He's leaving bait for me to use magic. Just get me to blow myself up. But I kind of come up to her. Might I just say that's a wonderful covering you have there.
She looks at you and like she's like squinting through the sun and she's
Oh,
in her
apologies, I try and hold up my cloak to block it out a bit.
And so you hold up your cloak like this. What hip is your sword or dagger on?
Well, I've just got a bow and I guess I don't know what I've got. I do have a skimmer.
You have like a skimmer, yeah.
I guess it would be that side.
So she's like that.
I'm just blocking the sun. I mean, no issues there.
Scrambles
Holding
in
the
fear.
scissors,
Let's be honest, I don't think that would have helped. But I mean no harm.
Holding the scissors.
You're fine. I was just blocking the sun. I'm just going to put my arm down.
What can I do for you?
I'm looking for some material that I can use to create or fashion some sort of cloakwear. I think my colours at the moment make me stand out too much
And she
as a newbie.
she kind of gestures you over.
Move forward.
And she grabs one massive long piece of fabric, which has all sorts of notches on it, and she runs over to you. She like wraps it around your shoulders, around your waist. She says, "Arms." And she does it from armpit to sleeve, and then she goes around the back of you. She says, "Both arms." And she goes
Oh,
from sleeve,
that was close.
from sleeve to sleeve.
You decked the camera.
And she runs back. She says, "Colour."
Either a dark brown or something that resembles the colour of the guards as a show of
Brown on
faithfulness.
outside, rare crimson on inside.
That sounds amazing.
She
What sorts of costs do
Write it
these
down.
run me before
says,
you go into too much effort?
15 gold.
That sounds amazing.
She runs back. You see her grabbing stuff up on the side. She grabs like a deep crimson and like a brown, and she just starts. You see her stitching in corners.
I see your arms giving you a bit of trouble. Can I ask when that happened?
She said, "Father time comes for everyone.
It's just an age issue then.
Unfortunately, yes." She's just stitching it and then getting the scissors out, cutting a few simple holes, and then she brings it up and spins it around. You see it kind of like just twirl in the air, and as it twirls in the air, you see kind of all of the cuts and the stitches that she's done. It fashions into like a cloak sort of shape with a hood that kind of like flips out and opens up, and she brings it over you and then just plonks it on top of you, and you see your head just go through the hole, and there's a hood like over the side of you, but it's kind of like it's covering your arms at the moment.
That
So it's like
is amazing.
It doesn't. There's no sleeves on it.
Yeah, it's just like over the
but
shoulder.
it kind of like drops, and it kind of comes down to here, and then it cuts. So you can see your hand.
Like
and
a
then
little
it goes
Jedi.
down again. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
there's just the hood on it. She said she like hands out her hand for 15.
I'm going to put 20. The speed and that's expert work.
Most kind.
Thank you.
Come again. She takes it. And then she
I've got my
comes it.
jacket now, I don't think I need to go back.
I don't need another one. So she looks at the others. Looks at Priya. Priya's like.
Yeah, I'd kind of just do a slight shake of the head.
She gets back to her business.
Thank you. Walk off.
Okay, so as we head down into the, we're heading towards the crowd.
Yeah, we're just
those
following, like where Bartinga said, we're just following like straight in that direction where he mentioned and where we saw him kind of like shuffle off. I was just kind of glancing around, like seeing whether there were any other stalls of note. Like, is there anything more kind of like armor based or anything like that? Any kind of like more.
In the stalls, no, nothing
No.
armor based.
Fine.
It's all just fabrics, a lot
Okay.
of spices and stuff like that. A lot of similar stalls. It's all, if it's not fabrics, it's some sort of spice.
Yeah.
And,
Okay, fine.
It's nothing of. Yeah, you're not seeing it. You're seeing a lot of like what's the word? Like cobblers. You're seeing a fair few shoes like cobblers because in this realm you see a lot less of these in Renvainen where spells of mending and stuff like this are so much more common.
Oh, because
In this area you're seeing a lot more manual labour stuff where
Physical
magic is so
industries.
lessly used.
Okay, fine.
So you're seeing a lot of stuff like that, stitchware, cobblers, a lot of repair based things and creation based things.
Okay.
Like
Are there any like tools?
Tools?
Like tools or like.
You could see a couple of trinkets about. What kind of specific tools would you be looking for?
Like hooks or.
Oh my word! It's gonna channel Peter Pan.
What you
vibes.
would be seeing at the moment is more. They're more like mending tools, so there'll be a few hammers, like dainty little bits, sewing stuff. Nothing like big enough for a hook like that. The hook could literally be like fishing lines and stuff like that. So that's what
Really
you're
small
seeing.
little
The biggest hook you'll get is that
Mm.
from this area.
Fine. I guess we just carry on our way. Carry on our way down the
Yeah,
street.
Sober's just looking for anything that he can replace his hand with.
Yeah. Understandably.
Oh yeah, you got a whole stump, haven't you now? Yeah, I forgot
Stumped
about
up. He's stumped up. So as you're walking through the crowd, you're seeing all sorts of people, all different shapes, sizes, all different
Any
races. You're
tieflings?
seeing, from a glance, you can't see any tieflings, but you do
Interesting.
see a couple of.
that. Just where Gorn's got it on the mind now.
Well, you'd see. Gorn would kind of see a flash of green every now and then. Instantly thinking it's of his own kind and would notice, it's an orc. You're seeing that there's a fair few
Other
orcs
races
in this area, in Ashtara.
Okay.
You're seeing a few,
Dragon
the odd
Balls and stuff
tabaxi
like that.
here and there.
Any Warforged around?
Warforged, you've not seen any of them yet. You've not seen any of those. And the glances you've been getting here and there are kind of that of like,
There's a
blimey.
Warforged here.
Well, yeah, that's that everyday kind of thing. So
Mm.
not like they're not astounded, but they're also
Piqued their curiosity.
yeah. See, as you sort of see that they're not accustomed to
Fine.
your
Cool.
ways. You no one stands out. One that slightly stands out is a orange furred tabaxi, big, just because of the size
Just
of him.
a
He
unit.
seems bigger than many of the orcs that you've
okay.
seen. So he's a fair sized guy, armoured up, like adorned in a blue sort of like robe with brown leather belts around him and bracers. Big kind of like orange beard that falls off of his orange furred face and ears sticking up, and a big mane that comes down the back of him, which is followed by a large cape. You just see him, and he kind of walks through the street and walks on past you can see in the distance now the ox carts, and you see him kind of walk away.
I just nudge to the others and kind of point my head in the direction of the ox carts.
Okay.
And just carry on striding, I guess.
Cool. So you head on there, and you can see the ox cart in the distance.
Mhm. Wow.
It's one great big ox followed by a cart. You see the one that's Arvis is standing by is just full of cargo,
Okay.
and he kind of like flags you down, like fellas,
Yeah.
oh, very nice garment, actually, very nice garment.
Thank you.
How much did that set you?
15 gold.
I told you they're good prices here. Good prices.
Very good.
I bet she whipped that up quick as well.
The breakfast.
Really?
I mean, the breakfast was only 2 as well. How much was yours?
Oh, when you're watching your weight, it saves the pennies too.
Oh,
Saves the
right.
pennies
Okay.
too.
I'm just going to lie.
Huh? Was that? I didn't even think you coughed.
No, I do now.
It's the sand.
Yeah,
Beware
that's
of the
what
sand.
I was about to say. as
Beware of
well.
the
He was
sand.
also testing whether he was breathing earlier.
Oh.
I don't remember. Maybe something got in there. Right?
Could be a sinus infection. I'd watch that for sure. I'd watch that.
Gordon's like trying to stifle back some laughs, but he's just like,
Got a doctor on our hands over here.
Oh yeah, I've seen some bits. Yes, we need to get this. They've not unloaded the bloody the cart.
oh,
He says he needs to wait around for some crew to get it. Do you reckon?
we can just unload it
We
now.
can just get it now.
Yeah. So just carry on with it and help him.
You guys should do really well at unloading that.
Okay.
I will probably die.
What kind of goods is it on there? Is it?
It's just like
It's like it looks like stuff that just goes to the ox. It looks like stuff old, not old, but other saddles for other jobs, like hay and food and that sort of stuff, and just nothing of any use. It's just a load of old rubbish which is
I'm going
weighing
to
out.
ask them and say, can you turn into one of those?
So,
Now I've seen one, yes.
Oh,
Gorn and Priya.
yeah, we just start unloading.
Priya grabs the first.
Do I need
gives it
to do a roll
give
for
it a
this?
strength check.
Oh fuck me dead.
See, this is why Harrison doesn't do these
Yeah.
things.
Oh, it's just unloading a cart. What could go wrong?
That's why Harrison will get crushed by a fucking saddle.
Yeah, I'm gonna get fucked now. Just you wait. Yep,
There we go.
that is a 6.
Okay, so as Priya
It's always
unloads
a
the
strength
first bit,
checks, isn't it?
he's putting himself forward for a strength
Yeah.
based activity. The Priya unloads one of the crates. Gorn kind of slips and it goes to his knees. Roll me another strength
Oh
check.
no,
And she's like, oh,
that's a 15. Oh, 16. That
and
time.
you recover it and oh, like deadlift it back up and just like,
There's a little.
no, you see the vein like popping in his
I'm like-
neck.
Harrison's
I'm
just
like-
looking over like,
Priya's like,
I'm just like,
you good?
I'm fine.
She's like, just put it down here. Just it in.
Yeah.
while they're unloading, I'm
There's
going to
2
walk
more
around to the
crates.
ox.
Oh no.
She's like,
He's on a
are
mission
you
to humble me.
good to get this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's kind of just holding his back a little bit as well.
Already thrown it out.
He's like, yeah, I'm fine.
She gets the first edge. She's like, do you want to take? She puts it back. Take the edge first, and I'll take the weight.
Okay.
Roll with advantage.
Oh fuck. He's still gonna be shit, isn't it?
no.
Oh, that's alright. That's 20. Not non-nat.
It's
Okay.
Non-nat.
Okay. Yeah. So you pull that out, and then Priya grabs the other heart side,
Yeah.
and she.
I thought she was
and
gonna
they
whip it for once.
Stack it on the other one, and the last one. She's like,
Same as before.
Same again. Oh no.
That one was 6.
It's a 6.
With
advantage.
The other one was a 2.
Okay. So as you.
As soon as I just offload the weight, I'm like,
As you offload the weight, Priya kind of tries to grab the so you offload the weight and you're like, it starts to drop. Priya tries to grab it and her fingers slip and the stuff just falls sideways and the crate kind of cracks and just a load of like straw and hay and shit all comes falling out and the ox just kind of and just starts moving the cart which is now empty and trying to take a wide turnaround.
I'm going to speak to the ox and just be like,
What kind of it? What is that?
what do you mean?
Speak to animals. What is it?
he has
It's
animals.
a
It's just an
ritual.
ability, isn't it?
I
I
thought
think?
that was just part of his.
No, it's technically, but it's
not a spell.
it's not. It doesn't use a spell slot.
No.
It's ritually learned.
Do you speak to the ox?
Yeah.
Okay, so it kind of-
Wait! Don't move. You're gonna make it much harder.
There's food.
I can get you the food.
Ooh.
Save you the steps.
Oh, oh.
Pick up something that's just thrown on the floor. Come
I
on,
s-
them and hold
Me
my
and
hand
Priya start quickly like putting it back in the crate and
So-
right
so-
the crate.
Smacking down on it.
We're just really quickly
I'm
just
gonna need
brushing
Ash
it
to roll
back
me a
in.
D20.
Oh, Mushroom cloud.
That's
I'll
a bit
take it.
cut.
I'll take
Bit
it.
19.
Okay, so the ox just starts again, and quickly, it's gone through what you've.
I wish
you've
I had
given it.
rolls like that.
No,
More?
He's not more with that.
It's kind of like
I need to stop using that.
Will you get in trouble for eating too much?
Quickly before he comes back.
I'll quickly run over, grab some more, and then.
We're still trying to put it in the thing, by the way.
Okay.
And then have they pushed it all back together?
Give me a sleight of hand check. This is taking some handy work.
Oh, thank God for that. 16.
Okay, so they push that all back together.
I'm going to go up to the box and just cast mending. Quick.
On the box.
Yeah.
Mending
So-
is a
As a cantrip.
cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah. You chill the fuck
I was
out.
actually going to ask. I was actually going to.
Oh, it's everything!
I was actually going to ask you to do that. Yeah.
7.
No, don't do that.
Oh! Oh!
No, he's really just toying with
Okay.
me.
No, it's not.
Toying with my
No,
emotions.
it's not.
Okay. So he says, the ox says, one more hand. He's looking around to see if anyone's going. One more hand. And I'll get you where you need to go.
I'm sorry, they've closed up the box.
Who's that?
What? The people behind you. No, stay.
Which one? He looks around, looks back at. You just see like his big ox eyes just look over at Priya and Gorm.
I'm going to just start getting out like seeds and nuts and showing them. Do you like any of this?
He just comes back and he's eating that. As that goes on, you see a small, curly-haired, like human man, like uncharacteristically pale for the environment. And he's like, "Oh, don't be feeding the ox. He's got his fill. He's got his fill." He comes over. He
His
just
name's Phil.
slaps your hand away as the seed will fall out. And he just gets a little cane and just gives a little couple of smacks to the ox on the back. You know better
Hey,
than that.
don't do that.
He knows better than that.
He
We're
doesn't.
watching his weight.
Why?
Harvest goes, oh, that makes two of us. That makes two of us.
Harvest, that's a lie.
Harvest, that's
What-
enough.
Are you guys are, I'm assuming you're not just feeding the...
We were waiting for
we're
you.
due on
We
the
just
next
unloaded all of the bits.
Oh! He turns around and whistles. Loudly whistles with a hand in the mouth, which I cannot do.
Yeah.
And
I'll imagine it.
As he does.
Right, I got it. I don't need to imagine it.
Add that in post.
Yeah, just if you just pop that audio when he does it.
So he whistles, and then you just see a couple of burly boys kind of turn and head off. One of which was actually that tabaxi that you noticed earlier.
Oh, the huge one.
So him, a large orc man, and just a large human man.
Well, they were meant to be the ones to clear
all
it.
walk off. Yeah. So they all turn like, oh, and then they turn around and wander backwards the way they were going. He says, right, well, if you're all done here, jump aboard. And he gets up onto the driving seat area.
Yeah.
And he's like attaching all of his bits and pieces. So Arlis is like, oh, jump in, fellas. And he kind of like
After you.
goes to get his way up. And he goes up and he's like, he looks back at Gorn, he's like, little help, Gorn.
Go on, leaves it like almost a second or two too long, and then he starts to help.
Give me a strength check.
You son of a bitch!
He baited you.
He did. He got me good and proper.
Gorn needs to hit the gym. Give me a strength check. Keep going for him.
It's 13.
Okay, he starts to rock back and you're like, and you're kind of like, oh, I
What's
regret leaving that
You
second longer.
just hear me saying, watching that weight, though.
You help him back up in and he just kind of rocks it. Oh, much obliged. He pulls a little handkerchief out of his pocket and he stabs his
Get on the
brow.
fucking cart.
He-
Move.
Or he's on down. So he's right in the front now. Priya's just there, like, looking at Saber, like... She, like... leads the guys.
I like do that kind of gesture to everyone. I'm just like walking, holding my back a bit, just like...
Been through the wars, he's already knackered. So Priya kind of like leaves you guys to get on first.
Yeah.
Who's getting on?
I'm gonna just give the ox a little pat,
You and
stroke, and then head round to the back,
Okay.
and then just hop up. I
Favour?
guess if no one else has got a bit.
I want to like sit on the end of it facing backwards.
Okay, so in that case, Gorn getting on. Gorn's on. Freya goes to give Saber. Saber just kind of nods to everyone. Freya gets on, and then you kind of sit on the back, kind of legs out, facing pure backwards. And he takes off as soon as everyone's in. He sees this curly-headed human man kind of turns around, and he says, "Everyone set?"
Yep.
Yep,
All
all
good.
good.
You just hear the creaking wheels of the car just start taking off down the road down over these old sandstone bricks. And he kind of hollers back to everyone. So, where are you folks coming from?
We came from Renvalen. What about you? You don't mind me saying you don't look like a local, perhaps?
Oh, well, no, I've come from a little place just past Renvalen myself. I've been here for I'd say just over a year or two now.
Huh?
As you see that he's
Silverton?
he's
Or?
pulling a little part of the roof out to himself to give himself a little
Yeah,
bit of shade.
shade.
And he's like, oh, that's better. Oh no, it's a little place called Blackthorn. So that's yeah, you've probably not heard of it, but yeah, not much comes from there. So I wanted to come out. I do prefer a hotter climate myself, believe it or not, but he doesn't like me. So yeah, gotta look after himself.
Just a meta question. The Blackthorn Manor that we were at. Is that
No.
Blackthorn? Have we been to a Blackthorn?
That was Oakwood.
Oh,
the area.
okay, sorry.
Oakwood.
With you. Sorry. Carry on.
That was Mercer Man, wasn't it?
Mercer
That we
Man.
went to.
Oh, that's the one.
Matt Mercer.
I'm getting them all
Yeah.
jumbled.
Pulling up the nose.
Yeah.
Yes, he says, what brings you down these parts then? I'm always interested. What brings people down here?
Just a bit of a job that we've been hired to do,
Oh.
and also some personal business. If you don't mind me saying, it's a kind of a private matter.
Say no more. With in Ashtara.
We appreciate discretion.
Oh, absolutely. In Ashtara, you don't want to ask any questions that you don't want to know the answer to. So
I think that might be the case.
say no more. If you need me, I'll be out front here.
No worries. Go on,
Kind of braces himself back into it and starts
Yeah.
getting things going with the ox a bit more.
But did you tell him that we needed to make a stop off before we...
We're going to the airfield. I
Boss
think.
says, stop off. No,
Oh,
Well,
we're heading to the airfield.
Heading to the
first.
airfield.
oh yes.
Oh, okay.
Could you show me the map?
Miscommunication.
Show me the map again.
Just
Show
go
me
to
the-
Harrison.
I've got the map.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you-
sorry.
So
Whack it out.
he looked at it
And the map.
he kind of he's like,
thank you.
Well, I think it's his mother.
Harrison just rolls off.
pencil rolls off. So he grabs the map and you can see him kind of turn and show the guy. You just kind of hear. Just hear them chattering. And he comes back with it. As I predicted, it's going to be on the way to where we're going through via the balloon. We just have to ask the individual that's going to be steering us if it's going to be possible to land, if they're happy to, because this is something that wasn't organised, but I'm sure for a little bit of extra gold, if you guys are happy to cough up, they
I'm sure Gorn is.
thought you said it was for the situation with yourself, or?
Gorn's the one that's good with money and...
Oh, okay, you're
He has
the
no
coin
sense.
master. I
Yes.
see. But yes, I think that there should be no issues as long as the wind allows us. Should be okay, but we'll leave it with the balloon man.
I kind of just go to Harrison. Thank you for offering my services there, Harrison.
Always got your back.
Yes, you do.
So Arvis kind of sits back and kind of kicks his feet back,
Shit.
and he's
Yeah.
just taking in the rays. Where he can,
Yeah.
he's kind of leaning out the car, getting some rays on his face.
Temptation to do something rogue there.
I really want to cast detect thoughts on him just to see if he's thinking about like food or...
I think I like good food.
Mine was I was just tempted to just get his leg and
No, you start thinking about
Just do
I
something
had,
on
to
the
just,
boat.
I had to just
possible murder.
I had to just fight the intrusive
And he
thoughts.
falls
then.
out the cart and it rolls over his head. There goes your guard.
Also, yeah, that's how guide for
Your
the
guard's
trip.
gone for the trip.
Yeah. That's why I had to fight the thoughts.
Like the dark urge.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, so they're sat back. This journey's around. This is going to be around about an hour and a half, 2 hours. This journey, so it's a little bit. It's not the fastest. This isn't the fastest mode of transport.
God's just kicking back.
So what you're seeing is, as you're leaving Everburn, you're seeing. It's almost like you're just moving. You're moving into. This is just Everburn in the background. You're moving out of that built-up population, and you're seeing
The suburbs.
not even that. It's going straight out. This isn't a huge city or town at
It's
Everburn.
like desert or like.
I'll say
forest.
the places in Ashtara are so war-torn.
Yeah.
Most places are halfway between a city or a town.
And it's basically like that was like a fortified place, wasn't it?
Yeah,
As well?
yeah. So that was a class of
nothing
a
outside
city,
the
but
walls,
it was
kind of thing.
nowhere near the size of like Renvalen. Renvalen's got all these
Yeah.
subsectors and all this sort of
Yeah.
stuff, whereas these are smaller. Where they're so war-torn, they've been so damaged a lot of the time they didn't bother building up anything unless it's completely necessary. So these cities are just naturally by war drilled down to their smallest points. But as you leave this, there's no suburbs around. You're heading out, and you're just seeing
Wasteland.
desert. Just kind of
Yeah.
like you're heading out into desert. There's a lot of obviously you're leaving the sea and the port side, and you're heading on out, and
Yeah.
it's already into sandy deserts and
Okay.
distant dunes and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So that's
Cool.
where we're heading right now.
Yeah, he's just taking the scenery in and just chilling, taking a bit of time to recover where he knows it's going to be an intense journey. I
Are
guess.
we taking a short rest?
In terms of what it is, yes, but like it's not gonna.
Not a technical short rest.
Yeah,
Okay.
just biding our time, I guess,
Uh-huh.
enjoying the trip.
I've not used any spell slots anyway.
No, same.
Sweet there.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, we're as we're going passing through there, you see in the distance we can see. Well, let's see what we can see. Roll a group settle.
That's an 11 for me.
That's cop, but that's out of the 16.
13.
Okay, so in the distance you can see a couple of individuals saddled up on horses. They kind of stood in front of us, and you can see that they are kind of like their attention is on us as they're coming.
Just speak to the dry line. Something to be wary of.
He says, "You're not carrying any stolen goods, are you?
Nothing stolen, no.
What does that mean? What's the emphasis on stolen? What
Well,
are you carrying?
Well,
I mean, we've got our gear, but
Yeah, nothing that
no,
will cost you your hands.
nothing shady.
Okay.
I can't be too worse off.
Jesus. So you had a run-in with these guards already?
Not exactly. Bit of a personal matter, but I won't go too far into it.
Okay, you're very private people, you lot.
we're on a mission from God.
Okay,
I've
I've
heard
heard
enough.
He just turns around, he's like,
Just blanks Harrison.
keep your heads down.
So they're guards, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
He's had enough of him already. Oh dear.
So as you get closer, you notice that these guards, again, both quite large men, armoured up to the nines. The horses are armoured up as well. Like these guys are well armoured. And as you get closer, in the horizon you can see a black bird flying, single black bird flying past the horizon, and you just see them both pull their bows and just both of them. And first one misses, second one takes the birds clean out of the air, and he just nods at them, nods at the other guard, and one of the guards starts trotting off towards the birds, and he just turns back around and focuses on the wagon as we get closer. And Priya's like, I'm guessing that is something to do with what Torrington warned us about with the messenger bird.
I think so. Good job you didn't bring talk.
Yes. He would have been gone pretty quickly.
Well, as long as you kept him on you at all times, like
I don't think that
like
would be
you
fair
said,
on him, though.
That's fair. That's fair. Before we can finish that conversation, the guard kind of approaches and you see him kind of stop the car. And you see the ox just grind to a halt. And he comes over to the driver, and you can kind of hear him talk to the driver. What is the car with you? Driver is it's just passengers, just a job. They want to go into the airfield balloons. Okay. He comes back into back the car and kind of eyeballs Harvest kind of like. And he looks over and he says, you see he's like quite a flat-faced man, big, burly. This man ain't missing no meals. Well armoured, heavy armour, but sees comfortable in it. And his helmet kind of like almost kind of half blocks his face. You can imagine, like his eyes. You can imagine to keep the constant sun out of it. And he kind of leans in, and you can just smell. Those of you that can smell kind of that olives and fresh meats, like similar to what you had for breakfast on this man's breath. Mm-hmm. And he says, "What is your business here?"
We're exploring on behalf of a businessman back home in Renvalen.
Looking for treasures in Ashtara?
Not treasures, no. We don't seek to take anything that isn't ours.
That's wise. And yourself? What are you to say of this?
What he said. I'm not the speaker of the group, I just...
What are you hiding underneath that cloak?
My other clothes? Just open it up.
He says... Pulls out his sword, kind of puts it towards you, kind of lifts up some of your... It's almost like druidic jewellery where it's like acorns on string sort of stuff. And he says, "A druid?"
Yes.
He says, "You are a dying breed around these parts.
I've heard."
And what's your story?"
I have no story to tell. I'm their companion. What else would you like to know?
Is this your slave?
Slave? No, not a slave. A colleague, if you will.
You work with one of these, spellborn. As an equal?
Spellborn?
He's a being just like you and I.
You Westerners never fail to make me laugh. He looks at Priya and says, "You should teach these a bit more of our ways." Priya just kind of like laughs it off. He's like, "Well, open the bags, please. Let me have a look before you go." Looks in. Scrolls. Why scrolls?
We can't use our magic in Ashtara.
Right answer. Looks in. Looks at Saber to open his bag.
I open my bag.
I open my
What
bag.
is that book you have there?
This is something that I've always had with me when I was...
Is it?
Yes.
What is it?
It is just a book.
What's in it?
You can have a look if you want. I'll open it.
Okay, so you open it, and what page do you open it on?
I don't know, there's a lot of pages.
So there's pages with spells in, there's pages with gobbledygook writing in that you're trying
I open
to...
the gobbledygook writing.
Okay, you're like, what language is this?
I'm trying to figure that out myself.
Where do you find this?
It was given to me
By whom?
someone back in Renvalen.
Be careful with that, looks like a curse. Open bag. What is that, peanuts?
I like nuts. Not that way.
And again, Freya opens her bag, there's not barely anything in there, she's hands
Not
out
that
the
way.
scroll. She says, on your way. it stands back, and you see him
Oh,
take,
he's on the second
with his
one.
with his sword. He takes out the flat side and he hits the ox on the backside, and it takes off again. And as he kind of steps back on that horse, you see his companion come over, holding the bird, and he says, he looks, he kind of, the guy that speaks to you, kind of looks over and says, "No correspondence." And then you just head off.
Oh, so they've just shot a regular raven.
Just shot a regular bird out of the sky.
God damn.
So Priya kind of looks over everyone. She's like, "Was it me, or does that seem a little more intense than it needed to be?"
Oh, definitely. Also, Spellborn?
Oh, it's what they call. Sorry, say by the Warforged. They see them as slaves is what they were used for initially, wasn't it? So
Oh,
the
Before the
Ashtarans,
rebellion.
yeah, the Ashtarans.
true.
The Ashtarans still believe them to be. I mean, slavery is still a big thing out here, so they find it. Well, by the looks of things, they find it
Amusing.
ridiculous that they're free folk now. You know,
I see.
yeah, they're not the most accepting of people as we've come to see so far.
No, that seems to be the case, that's for sure.
So Priya sits back. What are the boys thinking currently? What is Gorn currently thinking?
He's thinking that he hasn't heard from Yukijime for quite a while. He was quite surprised that when he checked. Well, I mean, he hadn't felt the parchment shake or anything like that, but it's kind of been quite a long time without any contact. And it's kind of weird for him that Saber's had more contact with him than he has for a while.
He's getting jelly.
Also,
Yeah.
slightly relieved though, I will say,
Yeah.
because it means nothing bad has happened.
Yeah, no news is good news.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, he's kind of just intrigued as to where this adventure's going to take him. He kind of relinquished a bit of control, where he said he was happy with whatever Harrison would want to do. Because I think in his head he perhaps would have gone for the Dark Shard first,
Mm-hmm.
just because that's what he thought was maybe the more pressing matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's kind of just waiting to see what happens, I guess.
Okay. And Saber, what is Saber currently thinking?
Saber's kind of taking in what he said about the Spellborns and trying to use that to, I guess, remember anything. Just about the Warforged War or any other kind of memories that he can try and bring up by force. And just going over how the fuck did I end up in this body, or you know.
A little bit of an existential crisis going on with Sabesky. And Arison, what is Arison currently thinking?
He's thinking about the driver being rude.
When to who?
When I told him we're on a mission from God.
And he went, oh, okay then.
Got a
So
Received the cold shoulder.
kind of as the carriage is going along, he's gonna just kind of lean down into his leg, just point at him, and cast message
to the driver, yeah?
Yeah, and then thinking of kind of Arwen's voice, just like, he's right, you know. They are on the mission.
Looking around.
Help them in any way they need. And then stop.
He's like looking out at the sun, like. What's going on back there? What's going on back there? Did you say something?
None of us spoke, no.
Did you hear anything?
Are you okay?
No, did you? Did you?
What are you talking
Also, just bear in mind, none of us would have a clue. Right?
So he's like, just pulls the ox to a halt, and he just kind of steps down. You see him just,
What have I done?
you see him just grabbing some bits from the ox. You see he just grabs a big old, like rough, what are they called, like a
Rust.
water skin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, water skin,
and
yeah.
Just, he just downed a load of water. And he's like, oh,
Thinks he's
you
tripping.
can't be too safe out here, fellas. Make sure you're stocked up with plenty of water around these parts.
Yeah.
Just puts it back in and steps in. And just
I think
takes
he's
off
got sunstroke or something.
Straight back to him. It's not dehydration.
He's like, are you sure you're not saying anything back there?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you might be losing it, sir.
Roll a deception.
Oh, you shouldn't have spoke. You know that.
It's fine. I believe in my ability.
This kind of rolls.
Yeah,
Picking up
19.
whatever you're not putting down.
17.
17.
I don't think I get any addition.
I've only had one bad one tonight.
Yeah, 17.
And it was an advantage roll.
Yeah. Yeah. But compared to last session.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. So total 17, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Things like that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Well, we'll be there. We'll be there soon.
Gonna be at the airfield soon, yeah?
Soon enough. Yeah. Soon
Yeah.
enough. You can see he's kind
What's
of like throwing.
What's wrong with your ear?
You know you've been on the road for about 20 minutes. So you know
Yeah.
you're nowhere near it. He's just this guy's kind of like just double
He's just-
guessing himself. He's going like this. He's like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with my ear. I don't know. I used to have an issue with my ear, the ear issues. But not since. That's why I like coming out in the heat and the hot air and the sea air seem to fix it. You know.
Right.
Start to wonder if it even was coming out here now.
Oh, right. Well,
Anyway,
Anyway,
enough about
yeah.
me. He gets back to it.
do I notice anything from Harrison?
I would be sitting with a
Are
massive
you like,
grin.
I just
Roll
clocked.
me perceptive with advantage. Perception check with advantage.
It would be that kind of like little kid at Christmas, like, yeah, I've fucking got this, baby.
That's a 10.
The 10. I'd say you'd notice.
I know
You notice
Harrison
a
well
smile,
enough that
but you're
he's.
like,
I'm like,
is it just like a dopey doofus that's just smiling weirdly, or is it
He's
like,
out on an adventure
high
in the
chances,
world.
high
yeah.
chances. Yeah.
I'd like Harrison to roll me a nat 20, please.
A nat 20.
Sorry?
Sorry.
A D-
So you roll a nat
So do
20.
we. You ask and you it's a 10.
So we've had a 14, a 14, a 6.
7.
Was it
A
7?
seven,
And a 10.
10.
So yeah, we're back on the road.
Just
well,
fucking with me. This
All of
means
us
nothing.
is like
it's not a road. It's
track.
just a track. You can see it's kind of desert like,
I'm scared.
but there's sandstone underneath. It's still civilization. It's still a very commonly used thing. Track. And yeah, we head on down there, and we've got a little while ahead of us. What are we looking to do, fellas? Whilst we've got this time ahead of
I
us.
don't think there's really a whole lot I can do sat in the car, really. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much room to do too much. Kind of just trying to think.
Fellas, other fellas, anything?
Has
anything
anyone
you'd
got
like to-
an apple?
Apple?
Hmm.
No.
Feels like patting herself down.
Or some sort of fruit.
I've just got
We could
dried
ask-
rations.
we could ask if he's got one for you. Why?
Yeah, I don't think. Well, let's have some shooting fun.
You want to shoot an apple?
Yeah, someone throw it. And then I've seen it happen before.
One
I
shot,
was
one apple.
going to say, it's also kind of a one and done
Yeah, got it.
deal on
What's
the
that?
road.
Well, it's a long fucking ride, and we're sitting here doing nothing.
Saber, can you create an apple?
You can create an apple.
No, I definitely cannot do so.
Oh,
Oh,
where did you get that from?
I just thought he could create stuff. He
He's
created
quite
a
impressive.
snake once. I thought an apple would be.
Actually, hold on, that costs prestidigitation, which is a cantrip.
Yeah. Okay. To do what?
Apple.
A little apple.
Oh, what, can you make
And
it?
you were saying I'm
It's
crazy.
an illusionary.
No, I just
Oh.
said, where did you get that from?
Oh, well, he said I was crazy.
That's his
He
fault.
could do it. Yeah. Bust it
He's
down.
fucking crazy. I think he's losing it
So
too.
she's like, who's going first?
The only thing is, if we're throwing stuff, we're not going to get that back.
Right, I'll be honest, it was a shit plan.
Yeah.
I got bored, got excited, thought it would be fun.
I think you can.
I
lose
take
the
it
apple
back.
saber.
Just, who's got some dice?
I do actually have dice on me. Do you want a game of rollies?
Yes, let's do that.
Right.
What does a loser get? They need to answer a question or something.
That's a great idea.
Or were you
This
just
is
planning
really-
on rolling for the sake of rolling?
I'll be honest, that was
Oh,
my
100%.
Okay, well, thank God
Do
there's
you want to play for gold or something?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely not. I'm already having to pay for the
And also, do
For
you
the air
still have those
charger.
darts? Darts?
dice. No, Madam
Dark.
I
Okra.
haven't played that.
Madam Okra's got those.
Okay, fine. Then I'll play.
Back.
What dice do we roll?
I do actually have a dice set on my.
Ooh,
Character.
okay, well, what dice are in that?
Uh,
Just D6s?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna say yeah. It's just a set of.
Do we do high? Lowest has to answer.
It's the dice.
question.
I'd say it's like
Highest asks.
two.
Yes, very good.
What's that?
Highest asks a question. Lowest answers the question.
Very good, very good.
Can you think of any questions?
Are we all
Yes,
rolling?
loads of questions.
We all
All
rolling?
of the questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, no,
What
don't hold
what is the
anything back.
dice?
D6.
6.
So are we all playing? You got enough
if
for all of
if
us?
you want to, yes.
Oh, I'm just going to say what you idiots.
Oh,
I'm a
It's no
fucking
fun.
genius.
Oh,
That's cocked.
6.
Oh, you're
Five.
the genius.
5.
We both got a 5. Rollies again.
Yes.
I've missed.
I got a 6.
Okay.
I'll be honest, that's a 4. It's over
Okay,
there.
now we've got to roll.
I've lost one of your dice. It fell off the card.
It's okay, it's in the sand now.
Just on one of the boards.
Now we've got to roll these to see who.
Oh.
Okay, I got a 1.
I got a 2.
Yeah. Okay, you're asking.
Ironically, I didn't have a question.
Let's go back to
I'm just trying to think. Just give me a moment.
Not prepared.
Let me sit on it for a minute.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Minute
That
minute
puts a pause
passes.
in.
Okay, a minute passes.
Minute passes. He's just like
Rubbing his back.
yeah. He's still just like how do you repair a back? He's like what's the moment in your life that you've been most afraid?
I suppose when I left the grove,
Understandable.
I didn't know what would come next.
That's fair. And you?
Oh, we all.
I think he's cheating the
I
rules.
think it's cheating. This is the lowest answer. Answers.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
No,
it
you
was
just-
the
no.
highest
Oh,
highest asked
Asked
question.
lowest
No?
answers.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
My mistake. I
Roll
usually just
again.
roll them for the fun of it.
Rollies.
Oh.
4.
I'll be honest, how about we don't take that one
Okay.
because it's me again.
I'm gonna do that anyway. I'm going to ask you the question.
You don't just get to pick and choose the rules, Alexon.
Thanks,
Do you regret that Gorn ended up spending some nights with Valia? Not yourself.
No.
You can elaborate. We can't have one-word answers. That's a new rule. In
Oh.
You've just added that. I feel like it's cheating a little bit,
No,
but
no. I think we can all agree.
no, because I feel like they had a good connection, and I'll be honest, I have never been with a woman, and I feel like it would have been as awful as him in that cupboard when he came out with his issues.
In the closet, yeah.
Yeah.
That was quite bad.
Yeah.
I saw.
So I think it would have been way
You're
worse
talking
for
about
me.
Gorn's erection.
That's exactly
yes.
what
I think
I'm
it was
talking
called
about.
to commonly referred to as a constitution
Saving
fail.
roll. Yes, I don't know what it
I
means,
don't
but,
believe we said that. That's something called meta.
Sponsored by Lord VPN.
During this conversation, Saber's taking a sneaky look down his drawer. Just to see what's actually going on there.
It's just smooth like an action man. It's literally just smooth. It's just like a plate.
He's a bit unsure. He's got no memories or anything like that. He's a bit like,
Is there anything?
Oh my god.
I'd say Saber's definitely got something down there. They made them in the image of man.
Okay.
And Saber's like a
An action
masculine.
man.
He's a masculine presenting Warforged, so he's definitely got something down there. If it works or anything is a different story. It's like rolling again.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 2 for me.
Wow.
Yes.
What did you get?
5.
Oof.
She says we all agreed on 100% honesty in this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure everyone's as curious as me. How far did you get with Valia? Just a nod would do if it was the whole way. Okay, back to rolling. That's a 3.
Just to clarify,
Oh.
I believe the rule was no one-word answers.
We'll let him off on this one.
Oh,
Okay, the rest of my answer.
Different
A
rules.
gentleman never tells.
I don't know what else.
that fits the rules.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, I got 1.
Oh.
Excellent.
Oh my god!
You get one as
You
well?
got 2.
Oh.
Priya's like, Saber, do you have any questions to help me out with? How's he coughing again?
No, he doesn't breathe.
No,
But
I'm
go
not
on.
I'm not really too sure on this one.
Well, now I understand why you didn't want to play the game.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think the bounty is up to now? What was it last time we checked?
It was in the thousands, wasn't it?
Oh yes, for sure. I can't remember how many.
Oh god, it's probably. I mean, a couple of weeks has passed and I still haven't been found.
Mhm.
It's probably gone up. I don't know, at least by half its original value, I'd guess.
Okay.
Just to try and entice people.
As you're answering this, you see in the distance as we over the peak of a dune, you're just seeing very very distant, just a large round inflated peak of a balloon over this, so you can see. Oh, again, we're getting closer to where
Getting
we
nearer.
want to be. Freya says, "Okay, that's good enough for me."
Fair play.
Oh my fucking god!
You got
5.
I got a 5.
Okay, I'll let you have this one. Oh, never mind.
Well, you get 6.
You got 6.
Oh, so now we need to roll.
So, oh yeah,
4.
3. That's me.
What do you remember of your time here?
It's quite a broad question.
Yeah, it is broad. Family and a lot of upset.
Because of the war? I know that's another question, but
Well, there was always wars. It's what I grew up on. But yes, my powers have not always been working in my favour.
Have you always had your powers? I know that wasn't a dice roll, but
No, they. My father was not the best to me and my sister, and one night when I was I must have been around 8 or 9 years old. The first time I suppose you could say power came about. It ended very violently.
with your father?
Yes,
Oh,
and my sister, unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So there's a reason I try not to sleep in a room with people that I care about.
That's understandable.
Next question, then. And she grabs her dice and rolls them, as you can tell that she doesn't want to talk about that topic anymore. It's a 5.
5.
5.
I get better dice rolls for this than a D20 for God's sake.
1. Okay, right. Let's roll these. 3.
4.
Okay. Question for Harrison.
What's the best trick shot you've got?
trick shot.
Yes, with your bow.
What, that I've done before or that I can do?
Well, either or.
I don't know. I used to shoot a lot, I guess.
Have you
Never-
killed someone with it? I mean, you got a good one on the boat, didn't you?
Yes.
Shot a guy through the neck.
You seemed quite
You-
bloodthirsty that day.
Usually I am in my wild shape
I was
form,
going to say, was it because you
but I think the dropping of the form.
were staying as a human form for a while on the boat? Did you kind of get a bit worked up, or?
No, it was more. I don't know really. I just felt I was more in use in my body for the first time in
Fair.
a while.
Fair enough.
But trick shots, I'm not sure. We'll have to test it out.
Let's see.
Okay, so as we can see that the dunes are getting closer and closer. Sorry, the dunes. That
The balloon.
in the distance getting closer and closer.
Well, it was behind a dune, wasn't it?
It was behind. Yeah, it was behind the dune. And as we're kind of like elevating up now, we're seeing a little bit more. And in the distance, it's quite far, but we can now see the whole airfield, and it's just baskets, deflated balloons, and a couple of people kind of milling about, and a couple of inflated balloons. One smaller than the other. The driver shouted over, almost there. Looks like it's not too busy today, so they should get you out pretty sharpish.
That's good.
And, goes back to like
Still like caressing his ear.
Okay, so with that, are we playing any more roles?
I just go one more for the road.
Let's do it. 2,
4.
4. Rollies for the boys.
3.
Well, the rollies for us now.
What?
Oh, I got that. I
Who's
could
the
lose
lowest?
again.
2.
Alright.
Yeah,
okay, so
dumped
it's
on your ass.
Considering your abilities and the way you carry yourself and fight, do you enjoy it?
Yes, definitely. It has its moments, like the time on Torrington's balcony. That was a good experience.
That was
With
pretty
the-
fucking
the
cool.
wings. That was, and the time we were fighting Doctor
In the
Dr.
basement?
Jinyu,
Yeah.
and that was quite
Turned
empowering.
into quite a different form then, didn't you?
Yeah, no, that was pretty cool. So don't be shy to. I'm not opposed to you using that enlarged scroll on me in the future if it comes down to it.
It's definitely on the to-do list.
But yeah, no, some of them are a bit more useful than others. The time just coloured smoke came out my ears. That was not ideal.
No.
Nothing much came from that.
The fainting one wasn't great either.
Oh, that was. Well, I don't remember much of that. But,
yeah.
Yes, that wasn't ideal.
And an opportune moment as well for you.
Yeah, that wasn't great. That
Yeah.
wasn't great. I woke up in a bit of a pickle.
Yes.
But yeah, I think I'll try and keep that under wraps as much as possible, unless we're in a
Very
pretty
fair.
open area. I mean, the boat. My hand was forced a little bit on the boat. Ideally, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have tried to.
Well, I mean, we were casting, so
Well, I also didn't want to put a hole in the boat or something. And
Completely
turn
get
into an
that.
anvil or
Completely
something.
get
Go
that.
through the
Yeah.
deck.
Yeah.
But,
wouldn't be ideal.
So to be fair, fainting was probably not the worst of what could have happened.
Fair enough.
Have you ever turned into anything before?
I mean, I suppose what I remember previously, I've never turned into anything. I've had
Different
stuff
forms.
come from me. One time I did it, and a badger just shot out of me, and it ran off. I don't even know.
And it was
It
alive?
came out of you.
Yeah, it was alive. Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
It ran off, and I
Wow.
don't know if once I calmed down it disappeared,
disappear-
or
yeah.
if
Weird.
it's still out there. I'm not
You kind of cast it or conjured it, maybe?
I'm going
It's
to
just-
talk to every badger I see now.
Okay, well, maybe we can find one in like.
Maybe you'll be
people like my
reunited
son.
one day. Yeah.
Maybe. But that was probably the weirdest one.
That is a strange one. Anyway, I think we're nearly there, and I turn and look.
So
There's
as
a driver.
we come over the dunes, we kind of like are going around the rim of it now, and over the top we can see that the airfield, literally a tent with a number of kind of like almost looks like leather. These balloons are made out of
Like hide
big,
kind of-
yeah, big like strips
yeah.
of like hide leather. It looks like just stretched out, they have them on a tannery when they're all kind of stretched out, but a massive
Like
portion,
patchwork
and then,
kind of,
yeah, and then
yeah.
kind of like strapped together in a special way, with a number of baskets, and you see 2 balloons, one with a smaller basket and it's a slightly smaller balloon, and one with a bigger basket and a slightly bigger balloon, and you see weirdly kind of a little pen with pigs, like piglets and slightly bigger pigs, kind of running about in the pen. And yeah, so this is what we see.
Pigs.
Yeah, so you see just a pen with piglets in
Right.
in this airfield. And yeah, as we come over, you can see just a kind of overweight, kind of middle-aged man, big brown moustache and kind of thin in hair, and he's in kind of rags, but you can see he's kind of got stuff wrapped around his head to try and protect him from the sun, where he's in this beaming sun all day.
Hey, Arvis, is he related to you?
And he's like looking over. Who are you referring to?
The guy with the rag on his head.
Oh, I don't see the similarity.
No.
The moustache, it must be.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Oh,
that's
I
what I
see.
was getting at.
Oh, but possibly so, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. But yeah. So it looks like he's preparing our balloons.
But why are there pigs?
Do they
around
use
here?
the skin as the balloons?
What was the pigs?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Possibly. I don't know.
Oh, you've not travelled through here before?
Fellow. I travelled via balloon before. I've never seen pigs. I don't know. Maybe they look like pets. He's squinting. He can't quite make out. They like pets.
I don't know.
Are they food?
Driver.
Surely they wouldn't keep a. He's like, yep.
What do they use the pigs for?
Oh, yeah, probably. You shouldn't say around your friend and kind of nods to Harrison.
Is it for patchwork and repairs?
And he's like, just ask the balloon man. Back around.
Oh, I think it's for patchwork and repairs.
So we.
They can build things.
It is exactly that.
Inspiration.
That's truly impressive.
I'm pretty sure you guys have.
I think we've all got it.
Yeah,
Okay,
use
so-
that.
do they repair things? So good.
I'm just putting this up. We've got just right character sheets stuff. So yeah, as we kind of slowly come around, the ox kind of leads us around the safest route around the dune, so it doesn't topple. You can see that this ox has kind of like done it 1,000 times, and this large portly man with a big moustache kind of greets the driver and kind of pats the ox on the head. And he says, so looks like we've got our sky flyers here today.
Secret.
Do you need any sort of safety briefing or
Sa-
what did you say?
safety brief? You're someone flying it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're going to be in it with me, I assume.
Oh yes.
Look at the baskets. How big are they? Like, are we going to be kind of like shoulder to shoulder in it, or?
There's a bit of distance. It's big. It's probably about the size of this room.
Okay,
So
right.
a fair bit of distance. You can move around a little bit. What, maybe?
A few feet each.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've probably got. It's probably about 10 square foot, maybe a bit more. 10, 15 square foot.
Fair.
Yeah, about 15 square foot.
I was going to say, I guess the safety is don't step off the basket.
Won't fall out. Keep your hands and feet in at all times.
Question: how durable are these things?
Well, I haven't fallen out once, and I ain't missing no meals.
Fair.
Yes.
Fair.
Okay.
Can tell that.
We saw a
Sorry?
wyvern this morning.
Wyvern.
Yes.
Yeah, they
keeping us safe.
fond of it.
Keeping you safe.
Or was it a wyvern with?
What do you mean keeping you safe? From what? It's a wyvern.
What?
I say, isn't the
Pirates
wyvern a
and
danger?
Well, the wyvern is, but I suppose it had a castle on the back.
Well,
They fucking do fly them.
What's the point in making?
Outstanding.
Well, we'd never seen that, so we heard about.
Never seen a wyvern.
No, we fought a wyvern.
What?
Back in
Yeah, he kind of steps back. Oh, I don't know trouble if you've been fighting with a
back
castle.
in Renvalen. A wild one. A wild.
Why? Where were you in the wilds of Renvalen?
It wasn't mine,
Well-
it was actually captured.
It was. It's a long story.
And you survived a wyvern attack.
And well, we were in an
From the
arena.
warrior?
We were in an arena with it.
With him? He nods at Arvis.
Well, no, not him. No, we had someone else.
Oh,
One of
and
the guards.
you killed it?
No, we kind of subdued it.
Oh, Well, don't.
But
tell
we
that
didn't. We
story around
just
the
we just thought they
cousins.
were all wild. We didn't know that people.
Oh
rode
well,
them.
yeah, they were, but yeah.
Oh, so that might be. So that's how they took over then, or part of it.
Who, the cousins?
Yes.
Oh yeah, Kato Kaza. He well,
The dragon rider or
you
wyvern
get,
rider.
well, yeah, you could tame and ride wyverns, and
Fuck.
yeah, he's taught a select few how to do that as well, and
Fucking witch king.
they've absolutely
Which is pretty cool.
yeah, they've used that power to. That's the only way anyone will be able to unite all of Ashtara with power like that. You know,
Fair.
people say that he's part wyvern himself, but I don't really know if that makes sense.
How do they go about doing that?
What's that?
Like taming the beast.
Yeah, your guess is good.
Yeah.
You'll probably better know than me if you've come against them. I've only ever
Okay, well that's
wyverns with
that's
with
reassuring
master.
that they're not going to be attacking us.
Yeah. Well, where did you see it?
I was flying over the port or like over
Oh,
the sea.
yeah,
or the
people
port.
too, I've heard
After
that
the
there
Kraken.
I've heard there was a Kraken sighting.
Yeah. Yeah, we were on the boat coming from that.
News
You're-
reaches far around here quick.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Well, with by no help by the Ravens anymore.
No.
It was a drow lass that you need to speak with.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, yes, I think as long as we don't step outside the basket, we'll be fine. We do need to make another stop, though.
Yeah. Another stop, man.
Yes.
Where?
I just nod to Arison.
Grab the map.
Is it possible to go here first?
He's like, why would you want to go in orc territory?
Ah,
Is it that?
It's a personal matter for Arison, and well, for the rest
we
of
can
our group.
increase the gold and make it worth your while.
Oh, that'll need to be happening because,
Oh.
yeah, these are dangerous, individuals.
Are they volatile on sight or?
Wow, yeah, I've never had anything really to do with them, but ever since that undead fella left them, they've all been on tender hooks. So it looks like he's put the fear of put the fear of the orb into him. And I
Sorry, what's the orb?
He's a believer of the orb.
the orb. What?
What's the orb?
What's the orb?
What's the orb?
It was a religion we found out.
What is this? This one fresh out the factory or something?
That's not really kind.
Oh, apologies.
I mean, it's not, but he's not far off.
Is this one yours?
He's a colleague, not a slave.
Colleague.
I
Oh.
think for myself, thank you very much.
Oh well, good luck to you. No, well, far be it from me to let 1,000 blossoms bloom. That's what I say.
I don't understand that
But
reference.
yeah. But yeah, no,
Just want a flower?
sorry.
Do you want a flower?
Just ignore.
Oh,
just ignore
okay.
that.
1,000 blossoms.
But yeah, no, you wouldn't catch me in those camps. But if that's where you want to go, I'll set ourselves down a little way out.
Yeah,
What do you know about the undead fellow?
Well, they say he's gone. Which, yeah, couldn't come soon enough. Yeah, he's taken all of the druids with him. Well, the druids are gone anyway. Actually, I had this funny little goblin fellow taking a ride with us one time, searching high and low for these druids. Fucking.
Was his name Blotches by any chance?
Yeah, I didn't catch his name. But
Maybe it was
he
his
a bit-
brother Patches.
Bit wet. Patches rings a bell.
I was literally racking my brain. I was like, what was the name you said earlier?
He says, well, the winds will be taking us that way, so I can just put her down a little bit beforehand and get you there if that's what's needed. But if that is the case, we're going to be needing to take a slightly different route. We're gonna need this. And he heads over to the peak pen, and he says, points over to you three. You're grouped together. You'll be with myself in the larger one. Big lady and big fella. You're in there with my colleague. Points at Priya and Arvis.
Yeah.
Arvis is kind of like, big fella looking behind him. Yeah, so Priya's like, oh, I suppose I'll be babysitting this one.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's no problem. I'll see you See you on the other side.
See you there.
Good luck.
And she climbs on over into the basket and helps
More
harvest
concerned
helps
about the
harvest up. Anyway, so he leaves you guys to head towards the bar. Well, the basket's right next to you.
Yeah.
Climbing in.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. That driver for us, is he still about?
You can see he's like kind of like out having a drink of the.
Just gonna walk up to him. Thank you for your help today. Is there anything you can do that might assist us on this journey?
What do you need?
I don't know what you've got to offer us. I just feel like you're.
The sun's treacherous today, and he pulls out the other side 4 water skins full of water.
result.
And he says, "Give them to your friends.
Thank you very much.
Just make sure stay hydrated." I don't know about the big fella over there, but yeah, keep better to have it and not need it.
Thank you very much.
And he goes back to packing some stuff away in the ox.
It's the
Same here,
it's the
man.
balloon guy.
They would hear it, yeah.
It's the balloon guy nearby, like near
He
me.
goes by the pig pen, which is a way away.
So I just walk over to the pig pen. I'm just like, sorry, just.
Pig pen's like over past this area.
So I just walk over there. I was like, sorry, excuse me. I can't help but recognise when you were talking about us leaving and fetching a pig. What do you use the pigs for?
He says,
Can I just ask?
something's going to be trying to snatch us out of these baskets.
Oh,
I'd rather it be this little one than
got the pig
the paying customer.
chumming the water, as
Yeah,
it were.
sorry,
What's
Ah,
gonna
okay.
be trying to
Fingers crossed, nothing, fellas. Safe as houses here. Jump on in. Goes back to the pig.
Gordon just gets in. He's just resigned. He kind of just looks a bit like.
By the time you get any further out of him, he's picking up this squealing pig. He's like, and he's trying to put it in like a little kind of cage box thing.
Gordon knows better.
Climb on in.
Gordon knows better than to try and assist with picking something up, so he just gets in and
Help me out
goes.
with this pig.
I quickly run round and hand over the water.
Okay. Give that to everyone.
Two,
So
1, 2, Priya,
And
then one for myself.
The prayer. Oh,
Fuck
thank you.
that.
She had a little sip herself, and she slips that in. We want that added to our inventories whenever, boys. So just remember that. So we're all in.
yeah.
We're all in our baskets. As the driver comes over, and he leans over and he places the pig down in the pig's in a box, in a cage, but there's a sack over the top of it, and he places it there, and he turns. That's before the feet of all 3 of you, and he turns. And he goes, "Right, let's get him in." He goes to climb. He's like, "Oh fuck, my water." "One sec, fellas," and he turns and walks back, leaving you now unattended in the basket.
Harrison's just going to lean down towards the pig. So you get a free ride, huh?
Oh, can't wait to take to the skies. First day as a pilot of a balloon, I can't believe it.
That is truly amazing.
So many of my brothers and sisters have taken to the skies, and who knows where they are now. They could be
You
anywhere.
haven't seen them since? They didn't
They've
return?
flown off and away. They've
I'm
gone.
I'm hearing Harrison's side of it, but not. And I'm just looking. I'm just
in like a sack.
What does it sound like on Arison's side? Is it?
Wait,
is
does Arison speaking pig, or is he speaking
like
normally?
normally to it? Yeah, that's what
I'd say you would be speaking pig, would you say?
Yeah.
So like Harrison,
because,
Harrison's making like
Pig
noises, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
I've always wondered that if
Yeah.
we could understand. So
I'd say it
obviously,
would be.
all we're hearing is like.
You're hearing a pig
Yeah.
conversation, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, I'm just looking.
Yeah.
I'm just like I have the knowledge of what the pig is, and I'm just a bit like.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe they've just landed somewhere else and they've gone on a new adventure.
They've probably made their own business with the balloons, I'd imagine.
That's
Are you
true.
a pilot too?
I'm not, I'm just a visitor.
Or?
On your
one
vessel.
of our customers. Well,
Yes,
a
exactly.
pleasure to have you aboard.
So thank you, Captain.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to take to the skies today.
Well, hopefully for a safe flight for us all, eh?
Oh, yes.
Perfect. Well, I'll leave you to your work.
Oh, thank you. It's a bit dark in here, though.
Question: if I cast comprehend language, can I understand this? Or
Comprehend.
is it only like? No, okay, sure. No, I just wanted to clarify that.
I'm just gonna look up at the boys. This pig's a captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, he helps fly this.
I'm gonna throw you overboard.
Gordon's just nodding and he's just like, just going to take the information that he knows to the grave. He's just like...
Any space on your one, Priya? I'm getting threatened.
Okay, so with that, you see the portly fellow come on back. And he's like that. Oh, water skins. Gets his water skin back in his back on his belt, and he climbs in.
It is in the compendium, by the way, the water skin.
What?
If you're adding it to your inventory.
Yeah, I just plus one it.
Okay, fine.
So he kind of says, right, lean back here, fellas. It's going to get pretty hot, and he just pulls a little kind of like handle,
Pulley.
and as it kind of does that, it flicks. It's similar to the cannon mechanic where you flicked it and it lit the fuse. He flicks that, and you hear a little, and you just hear a big flame kind of erupting all the way up into the balloon, and it just slowly starts to take off and take a little bit of the wind and start to move. So it kind of give me all Constitution saving throws, please.
Sorry?
Oh no.
Can't wait.
Give me the connies.
Fall out straight away.
I think it's... Oh, that's actually a good one for me. Fuck.
Can I get a minus?
16 for me.
No. 16.
16. Did you say yours was 16? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 seconds. Constitution
Really
saving
good for
throw,
save, really.
Yeah, you'll be fine, I would have thought.
12.
12 total. Okay, so everyone kind of finds their feet as it's unlike anything you've ever experienced, unless Gordon has experienced air travel before, which I can't imagine he would have done.
Probably not.
So this is it's unlike
Bit
anything
out of his
you've
budget,
felt.
perhaps.
Yeah, it's unlike anything you've felt. It's almost like it's almost like a boat, but with no rhythmic, predictable pattern.
No
like
waves,
the wave,
yeah,
It's just
so-
like, oh, you're kind of like, it's almost like you're being lifted off the floor by your shoulders, and you feel like you're just going to drop out the bottom of the basket. And he pulls the thing, he starts taking it off. It's like you can hear over the flame. He's like, "Oh, the name's Harold, by the way, fellas."
Good to meet you, Harold.
And he, as he takes off, you see Priya and Arvis's one start to raise as well. And,
Slowly.
where it's quite small, it's not taking as much air, and we're taking off faster
Okay.
than it, so we're kind of pulling away from these. I need to be wary. I keep putting my hand in it, blocking everyone out. The cameras. So we're as we take off, we pull away quite a bit, and we're seeing that kind of. We're seeing more and more of Ashtara as every passing second, as we're getting higher and higher. We're seeing over the dunes. We're starting to see all the way over back to Everburn. We're starting to see kind of like structures and that from that city even.
Yeah.
So we're taking off. What are the boys thinking or doing right now in this kind of situation? We're probably about 100 foot up now.
Right. So, Arson's just gonna get a bit of his water skin, pour it into his hand, and just do a little druid craft. And the water kind of starts to simmer up into like a little pillar. And I want it to show me how the weather will be for the next 24 hours.
Okay, so the water it goes up into a tiny, it comes up into a tiny little kind of pillar. It's almost like a lolly stick, and then you just see from the top, just kind of like it just evaporating and blowing off into the air as if it's like red hot.
Cool.
So you could take from that the weather's going to be fucking hot as balls.
Gordon's just thriving on the experience of being up in the air.
Before I come to Sabre, I want Harrison to roll me a d20.
Oh, fuck!
100 feet in the air.
if there was a bad time for this to be triggered, this is
Should
it.
have thought about that. 16?
Oh, I thought.
Okay.
Fuck me, I thought that was a lot lower there.
I don't know what I need to get.
What
No.
is saber?
That's a scary
I'm
bit.
I'm thinking this cunt's gonna fucking blow up in a minute.
In a balloon 100 feet, full party kill. Three
Full party
the
kill.
only one surviving this.
Honestly.
Oh shit, yeah.
I'm just doing the same as Gorn and just taking up the experience, how this thing's working, looking down, being like, oh, Jesus.
I'm not looking over the side at the moment.
No.
Harrison's eyes down.
Punching on.
Yeah.
Okay, so so you're just
Can you
elevating.
not just turn into a bird and fly?
I've not
Oh,
done
yeah.
that yet.
You know? Okay.
Flying a squirrel.
Yeah, I could do that
Yeah.
and just float
Get
down.
the flaps.
Harold goes, did you say turn into a bird? Chance would be a fine thing. Who can turn into a bird? Looking around.
Can you not do that?
No, I can turn into other things.
You don't want to be a bird around these parts, it'll shoot you clean out of the
That's
sky.
very true.
Haven't you been an insect at one point?
And then a little bit easier to
Spider and
do.
other stuff.
Yeah,
You can do that?
that's not an insect.
You can turn into a spider?
Yes.
That's an arachnid.
It's good. He knows.
Do it.
You know how magic works around here, right?
No, I don't use it myself.
Okay. Turn into a spider.
I've given you I'm giving you
joking?
power
Are you joking?
to access your stuff on Active if you can.
You having a laugh?
Go on, open up here.
Fred, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
Show
I'm actually
you.
gonna kill him.
Kill us.
Oh shit! It's because it's not.
You were doing this as bait as well, weren't you?
Harrison extras.
You
No,
son of a
okay.
bitch.
Go to find what you want and see if you can do it. I did this the other day.
Right.
Not giant spider, spider down there.
What?
Down.
Spider.
Spider. Now right click.
Oh, there.
I think I
You
might
still
have
got to
do it.
change it.
Let me see. It should be able to.
Take the sheet away.
I think I'm going to do that. Annoying, but at least you can see him now.
Yeah.
Right, okay,
Nice.
fellas, so.
I'd like to apologise in advance.
Right, bear with me, fellas.
You know what's coming after this, don't you?
I've got to roll.
Roll a d20. I assume that's how it's working anyway.
You're so dumb.
Sometimes in life you've got to take risks, Dawn. Now is definitely not
And
one
I
of them.
have to, in the middle of a balloon, I have to impress this complete stranger.
But the guy wanted to see a spider.
Oh my god.
Just let me know, who is stood where? In this balloon. I would say it would be.
Well, they're both looking off the edge,
I was
aren't
somewhere
they?
where I had a clear view, yeah.
So they'd both be on the edges, I guess.
Fuck me.
And you're.
That's right, mate, we got Misty Step.
Okay, so.
What's a range of 120 feet?
Yeah, but if we're falling, we
And to
can.
be fair, I got Featherfall as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
Cast that near me, please. Do like some fucking paragliding shit to get near me and be like,
Well, I'm made of stone and whatever else. And I'm 10 times quicker than you.
oh my god, he's actually got it.
You know what that means, boys? We're about to blow up.
Yeah, you're a dumbass, that's what it means.
Okay, so
I don't like his negativity.
we.
I also don't like having a party member that literally.
I think he's about to throw some shade.
Oh,
I could be wrong here,
Okay.
it's
So
the meme with the person on
what
the
does
bike and
this
they
look
put the
like?
stick in the front wheel and they're like, why am I falling off?
What does this look like, Doug?
So, I would say, obviously he said he's never seen a spider. So I'd be like, okay. And then as I kind of point the hand out, it would start from the fingertip and just start to shrink into like one of the legs.
Little spider legs. Okay.
And then just kind of blink out of existence, drop on the floor.
Roll me 2 d20s.
2. I'm at disadvantage now. Because I'm a good guy and they're both beautiful. Nat 20 and a D18.
Okay, so you turn into a spider.
How are you doing this?
This is ridiculous.
You turn into a spider.
It's almost like he's getting
And
rewarded for it.
Harold's like, oh my god, fucking hell, how did it? He can just do that at the drop of a hat?
Gordon's just looking a bit like,
And he kind of reaches down and he
Just crawl onto his hand.
picks him up. Can you hear me?
Shoot away at his nose.
Well, he's a funny one. He puts you back on the floor. He's like, oh, blimey, what a day. So he puts you down on the floor. You're kind of like near the pig area.
Okay.
You just hit the pig.
I'm going to quickly crawl away. You're a fucking chump.
gets eaten by the pig.
Okay, so he, yeah, we're high in the sky at this point, and Harold kind of looks at you guys and he's like, does he do this all the time?
Yeah, too fucking often.
Add a debt.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So your debt.
It stays the same until I've triggered it.
No, so from you got your card, you've halved it from then. I think
Okay,
down
cool.
to 7, I believe. And then add another. So he says, "Oh, this guy does this regularly."
Too fucking regularly, yeah.
What
I mean, you
does
can
he
get all
scare
sorts of
them?
dodgy shit.
What's he done?
in
What sort of
Ashtara.
stuff has he done?
Well, no, I mean in Ashtara, if you use magic.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful.
We saw some bandits literally detonate themselves.
Oh Christ, yeah, the deck. Yeah.
That's why I looked a little bit on edge when he just did that.
Yeah.
When we're
yeah.
all 100 and something
Yeah,
foot in
that'll
the air.
happen. But what a way to go. I mean, it's
Well.
not always.
Well,
Not always.
I mean that's
This
arguable.
gun thinking he's actually going to get away with it and I don't blow us all up.
It's not always a self detonation. To be fair, it
I don't really want to chance anything on,
might have just turned into a different type of spider.
on a hot air balloon though.
Oh, bro, you've got to go somewhere, haven't you?
I think that's fine for someone that does this for a
You
living,
got
maybe.
Why don't you cast a spell?
Forever suicidal. Guy flyer.
Trigger warning.
Good lord.
I don't know what makes you think I'm
With that going on,
Yeah.
we hear in the distance a little squawk. A little squawksky. Harrison, roll me a perception, please.
With the spider's perception.
Yes. The spider's perception.
Did I just hear a gasp over there? What is perception? Wisdom? Oh no, plus
Yeah.
5. 17.
So,
I roll like a god, man.
You actually rolled.
It's really frustrating. It's actually, you need to be punished.
I am
in your
D&D.
favour, though. So the you don't recognise this as being any sort of any creature that you would remember or recall. This squawk sounds obviously avian in nature, bird-like, but it has like the vocal range of like almost like a person.
I am going to drop form quickly
Mm-hmm.
and try and get eyes on wherever this noise is coming from.
Okay. So, information. Okay, Harrison's back. And what's going on?
Trying to get eyes on where that squawk's from.
Okay. You hear it again. Another.
There's a druid in the skies. Anyone see him? Or her?
And then a. Almost like it's moving possibly fast in another direction.
I'm just gonna... Where are you?
You hear no response. And Harold is blasting that thing right in his own ear hole. You talking to me?
No.
Okay. And he's still trying to elevate a little bit more.
Still listening
Wow.
out for the noises again. looking out across the side, looking over kind of underneath me.
You see nothing.
Why'd you change the music?
A giant scorpion comes. No, you see nothing below you. You're just seeing. As you see on the battle map, you're just passing through these canyons. He's pushing the throttle a little more to get over certain canyons and then dropping back down. He's kind of staying relatively low for quite air, but it's not getting as high as he can. Is anyone else questioning Harrison talking to himself in his hot air balloon?
No, because I'm used to him doing weird shit.
I did say that there's a druid in the air.
And also I've kind of slightly given up
With Harrison
with him at the
in
moment.
general.
Is there something you can hear?
There's a squawk. but
Again, you
it's,
hear
it's
a-
not an animal. There,
And
hear it?
It's almost like a call and receive.
Do I hear it?
Yes.
I do.
Is it I look at the canyons and see whether I can see people?
But in the canyons, where are you?
Or like
looking down through?
whether there's canyons or like cliffs or like anything we're going past. Because if you're saying it's like almost like a
Point
human.
what direction you're looking.
Because if you're saying like it's a human noise, I'm like wondering whether it's a call that someone's using to say that someone's passing through.
Okay. Point what direction you're looking.
Well, I guess it would be either like the my left hand, or like on the map,
Dead left.
left and like below, maybe.
Left and below, yeah.
Yeah.
Roll me perception.
Got it. We fucking go. Oh, that's a 19.
Oh, good
That's
boy.
what.
It's 19.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, +0 for me. My wisdom's low.
You notice perched on a rock
Oh shit.
is a creature. It almost looks hag-like. But you see talons, you see
Oh,
wings, and you see feather across its shoulders, all of its wings, its shoulders, its chest. It looks
I-
like
They're called.
a woman.
I grab Harold's shoulder. I go, Harold, over there.
And he looks over and he's like, oh fuck. Get the fucking pig! And he starts hitting the throttle. As he hits that throttle, you're hearing ha, 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 a number of different calls.
Oh no.
And with that, you're seeing
Oh shit.
a surrounding of what Gorn would immediately recognise as harpies.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
Now these look like harpies come in all forms, all sorts of sizes, shapes, and all sorts of stuff. Like some of them can even be intelligent enough to have jobs and
Yeah.
how live in a society. These ones look
Feral.
kind of more of a feral, more creature-like than humanoid. Of these hunched back, kind of like bloodthirsty in the eyes. And as Harold shouts, "Get the fucking pig!" Who's moving for the pig?
I will, and I'll take the sack off the top.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it, in a cage?
In a little wooden cage.
I'm just gonna, with my one hand, grab it, put my hand through one of the little holes in the thing, so I've got two hands supporting it, and I'm just gonna say, "Sorry, Harrison." Fucking lob the thing
I
off.
just look
You
around.
chucked it off where have you chucked it?
Over the side.
Point me the direction of what way.
Towards where Kieran pointed at. Gordon pointed out.
Thrown it that way, so thrown it about where I'm prodding on here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you throw it. As you throw it, you just see Harrison can just hear the pig going, "First day on the job." As he does that, a couple of these harpies kind of fly down to go for this pig, and they fly down and kind of go under the basket that you can't see them, and Harold shouts, "Don't throw it off the fucking basket! Is it gone? Is it gone?" And he's just absolutely throttling it, and as that happens, the harpies approach from all angles,
I just gonna look at Harrison's back.
and that's where we're gonna leave it tonight.
Don't throw it off!
That's where our session ends tonight.
Oh no! I just like didn't even consult Harold. It's just big Lord.
Right, boys, we need to
Roll
go
our
ahead
debts.
and roll our debts.
Right, if I roll a 2 on 100, I'm gonna
two
fucking
that you
eat myself.
Okay, right, so let's, one at a time, we're going Arison first, okay? Kieran, if you lose your dice, just stay seated till the end of the session.
Okay, we'll do. We'll do.
Right, so we need, what's your debt? Your debt is 8, so we need,
Living above our aim.
so a 0, 0,
What the fuck am I?
and an 8. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
29.
All good, 29. Sailor's next. What is your score?
My debt is.
Okay, we'll go Gorny first.
But I mean, I've got an 8 anyway, so I'm fine. Oh, it was actually 8.
Oh my,
But I'm fine.
hang on.
I've got 2. My debt's 2.
Oh,
That's what I meant. Like,
Yeah, his debt's ridiculous.
but like, yeah, look, 0, 0.
yours is 11, yeah? So, okay, throw the double number first. 18. Okay, you're safe. 86. Cool. Okay,
I saw the 8 and I was like, I'm fine regardless.
Yeah, I thought.
And then I was like, I was like, it's not going to go on the zeros, and I was like,
So, Harrison's still got his debt card
Oh.
through the skin of his teeth.
fucking hell.
The skin of his teeth.
That was a good session, boys.
Ah, yes, fellas. Yes, now we've got harpies in a balloon.
Like snakes on a plane.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
It's just the fact you've launched the pig and he was like, don't fucking throw it.
I'm just like, I pick it up and I just throw it out in the cage. I was like, you do what now?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to say something, but
Oh, well, clearly we don't need this.
Attract to it.
Well, I mean, you got a couple of their attention.
fuck me.
Ah, well, fellas.
Unreal.
Dice well spent.
Oh,
Mate,
sure.
I can't believe how lucky Joe got every single roll.
I don't
Outrageous.
fuck
He
around.
rolled a 7. What did he need to fucking get? Do you know what I mean?
Outrageous.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was a mad one, to be honest. That was a good session, though.
Hmm.
I only had one shit the bed on the dice as well.
On the advantage somehow.
Somehow.
You throw him a bone and he spits it back in your face. This
Oh, yeah.
Well, for now we can put Harrison back.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I'm still alive.
I really wanted to know what that was as well.
Oh mate, you and me both.
It's just toying with me.
I can't believe it didn't come out.
It's a madness, mate. It's a madness.
Well,
Well, tune in
debts
next
are
time,
going to
I
be.
guess.
Oh yes, tune in next time to Dice. Damn. Okay.